Hello, my movie friends. Welcome and thank you for coming back for another lovely live stream. I was looking right here, like if this is where the camera was at. There's nothing right here but a monitor. I looked cross-eyed for a good second. How are you doing, chat? It is a nice Friday. It is a good Friday, and we got so much movie news to talk about here today. So much wonderful stuff to get into. It is nice seeing you. Hello. You can't hide from us forever. I'm not trying to hide. I'm here, Steel Man. You're the Steel Man. Oh, I got a little thing right there on me. Oh, so good to see you guys. Some of the things we're going to be diving into here today in this live stream. Remember, there's always timestamps after the live stream has gone down, so you can go skip to your favorite spot, or you can go to the Clips channel and browse around to what I thought were the best moments of the stream. Okay, so we got here, going to be talking about another Popeye horror movie. Guys, that's crazy. I can't believe there's two of these. We got taking a look at the first look at The Rock as Maui, baby. I got to give you my thoughts on that. We also got some first looks at other movies from like Megan, Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein. Thought we'd talk about that. DC making some weird choices with the movies they're announcing. Is this the right move, James Gunn? Sonic 3. The marketing is now in full throttle. There is some W's and there is some L's. We're going to get into what those are. And Spider-Man 4. We tried and we tried, guys. It is going to be a multiverse story. And we have to learn to be happy with that. Okay, good to know here. So great to see you guys. Oh, Cobra Kai, Chris. I do got to post that. You're totally right. I did watch the show. Mr. Miyagi. Daniel-san. Oh, good times, good times. I do have to talk about that. I didn't have that on the agenda now. I think that'd be a weird one to start just to jump in the roo. But look out on the Clips channel, and I'll post my thoughts on that. Overall, I still like it. But, man, there are some cringy moments in the show, and I'm hoping the final couple of episodes don't have that. But overall, I'm still liking it. Talk about all that here. Let's see. Chris, the bad guy. Are you the Bad Guy 2 trailer? I still have to see the Bad Guys 1, you know? That's me. Chris on. Very good. Oh, just very good. Love Scream so much. I'm just trying to see what else the chat is saying here. Hee hee, haha. Okay. That's very nice and lovely here. So let me go ahead and pull up the interwebs, and that way we can get started, chat. Sorry about that. I was actually doing some spring cleaning in the winter because my workspace was getting a little too messy. And when things are messy, your boy cannot focus. Your boy cannot focus. So let me go ahead and get us in here. Okay. All right. Let's do this. That's still up. All right. So let's look at here. Let's just log on to the Tweeterverse and see what we got going on there. Okay. Good stuff. Yeah, I got a Smile 2 package in the mail, guys. Look, my Christmas tree is up. How many you guys have your Christmas tree up? You got your little nutcrackers? Kind of been going crazy. You can see my little Nebula over here looking at me going, Daddy, you got the Smile 2 package? Yes, I did. Came with its own Voss water bottle. I should have brought it up here and see if I could chug it like Sky Riley. I should have been able to do that, but I I left it downstairs. We got this poster for Lilo and Stitch. I'm just trying to warm us in before we get into the full topics here. I'm still I'm excited for this, and I can't wait for that trailer. We still need to see what is it, Jumba or Janumba? Jumba, I think. Jumba and Pleakley look like. I need to see what they're, because Stitch is adorable. Of course they got him adorable, but there's no way you get those other two characters adorable. We need to see them and how they look like. Oh, someone said Godzilla is coming to Fortnite. That is also true. I did see the rumors and mumblings of that. I don't know how they're going to make that work. Maybe I do a video when that comes out on the Clips channel, but how do you make Godzilla work in Fortnite? Oh, here, we got a example. This is lore accurate to Fortnite. You can get the Nikes, the pickaxe. And Godzilla's a thick boy, so that's going to be a pretty big hitbox. I don't know if you're going to be winning a lot, but if you do, that's some good stuff. Let's see what else we got going on. Someone said check the Reddit. I don't even think there's anything good on the Reddit. Yeah, we just started the stream. What good could there be on the Reddit? Oh, I was wrong. And that actually reminds me. I promised you guys this last time, and I didn't get the batteries and all that kind of stuff, but it happened now. So if you remember the last live stream, I had the Goblin helmet, And the goblin helmet right now is by my bedside because that helmet talks to me at night. But I got the pumpkin bombs. And I'm telling you, they got batteries in them. You ready for this? Are you in or are you out? Wrong answer. Dude, these things are awesome. They're all lighting up and all that. Bro, these are pretty cool, baby. I don't know how to make them do different things. I think if I hold it, it just stays lit. Oh, that's nice. That's a nice pumpkin bomb right there. You throw that at Tobey Maguire, he's bound to do some parkour. Avenge me. So, throughout the stream, you might get pumpkin bombed. Phew. Good stuff, guys. Have those off to the side for emergencies. The Green Gaplin. This is my fan base. All right. Geez, you guys were putting in work as soon as the stream started. Oh yeah. Right now we are currently at 666,000 subscribers. Bruh. I'm trying to push for more, but that is kind of a juicy number. I'm sad we didn't hit that number during Halloween and the Spooky Mama season, but it is pretty spooky to see. I would love to stay at that number. Nobody better subscribe in mass doses. That would be a shame. Please subscribe. I want more subscribers, guys. I'm falling behind from the big boys. What else we got with Cobra Kai? Oh, me and Wicked. Yes, Ariana Grande is asking me, is it green? And let me tell you, Ariana Grande is free to find out. Okay, respectfully, moving on. That's enough of this for now. Let's move on to our topics here. We had a good little warm-up session. So, you guys might have remembered the other day, in fact, I posted it on the Clips channel because we got our first look at the live-action Popeye horror movie. Now, this is happening because just like in the Winnie the Pooh movie, Popeye has hit public domain, meaning anybody is allowed to do whatever they want with Popeye as long as it hasn't done before someone else's interpretation. And, well, the most creative thing we can always think of is a horror movie. And I was like, you know what? As much as I'm kind of done with this trend and it's very played out, reminder that Winnie the Pooh made buckets of money, so this is why someone is always on top to try and get the Winnie the Pooh money the way they did. And I was like, all right, whatever. As a slasher, this could be fun. And in fact, a trailer also released for that movie. Let me see if I can find it. There was a trailer for this one released. Let me see if it's online here. Oh, let me scooch out so I can get onto the Clips channel. That way we don't have to see no ads and whatnot when we're browsing around. Okay, good. Okay, so we had the Popeye horror movie, right? And I just want to pop up that trailer. So is it this one? No, it's not this one. Is it? We're going to have to scroll through a couple. We're going to talk about this other one in a sec. I swore it hit online the other day. I guess I was wrong. Oh my gosh, Will Smith. These AI Will Smith Popeyes. But anyways, this is happening. These are some scream grabs. And it's going to be a slasher, low budget, all that. And I was like, okay, fun, whatever. We'll check it out. We'll see how it goes. And then today, I was also scrolling the interwebs. And I saw this trailer for Popeye the Slayer Man. And I was like, oh, they showed us the first look last week. Here's the trailer to see what the movie looks like. I'm like, oh, this doesn't look like the pictures and the first look of everything that was going down in that movie. Interesting. And then I realized, oh my God, this is a second Popeye horror movie. Second Popeye horror movie has hit the tower. Second Popeye horror movie is at the tower, fam. Oh my, this is actually happening. We are getting 2 Popeye the Sailor Man horror movies in the year 2025. This is crazy. So now we have to debate which one looks like the better movie. And I'm not going to lie, this newer one kind of looks better. So if we go here, I'm bloody disgusting because they have them all butchered. These are literally, because for one, let's grade them on the Popeye look. So here, let's go into what their Popeye looks like. Honestly, it doesn't look that great. This Popeye, I think, actually looks cool. Like, it's a guy. Like, this is a dude, they just put some prosthetics on his arms, or maybe this is just his actual arm. I'm not sure, but I'm looking at that and I'm going, okay, I'm looking at this. And that looks like me telling my mom at 3 a.m., I just pooped my pants. I need new pants, Mom. Mom, wake up. Why did Daddy leave us, Mom? That's what this guy looks like. Now, I want to show you the trailer, but the trailer is actually pretty gory. Like, I'm surprised how gory the trailer was, so I might have to skip around. Oh, is this the first one? Okay, this was the first one. Okay, so now we have both the trailers here. And I got to tell you, the trailer for the first movie, which was this one, was a little boring. Like, I got bored within the minute 30 seconds for this trailer because Popeye, well, that was interesting. Out of all the places I could have chosen to skip to the trailer, that's the spot I chose. Okay, moving on. Popeye doesn't show up till like the end of this trailer. And then they cut him out. Like, he doesn't show up anywhere. They show you people in camps and it looks super low budget. Like, you look at this thing and it just looks like somebody filmed it with their iPhone. Look at that. Did you see that transition right there? That was a cross-dissolve transition. I use those in my videos. And so Popeye doesn't show up in this trailer till the very end. You just get this weird little... That could have also been CGI. That looks a little CGI-ish. Terrible trailer. The other trailer for this Popeye movie, way more entertaining, buddy. Let me tell you. But also, it's a little graphic, so I have to skip around so the YouTube algorithm doesn't kill me. But we have here... Let me see here. We have Popeye, and he's there. Of course, I got to pause on that. The practical effects in this movie, way better as far as what we're seeing. And, dude, just look at this guy. It's a mask. While the other guy's is his actual face, this guy's wearing a mask. And if you have the time, check it out yourself. I just don't want to get, whatchamacallit, sensitivity warning, because I get those sometimes whenever I show you these crazy trailers. But, okay. This one looks like it could be more fun just because the practical effect kills actually seem interesting. I also kind of prefer the plot of this one. This one is about a group of friends that decide to go into an abandoned spinach factory. I don't know why you would want to enter an abandoned spinach factory, but that is where Popeye, the Slayer man, resides. Oh, dude. So I just can't believe this is a thing. I don't know who wants this or needs this. When does this one come out? These are not going to theaters, by the way, if that wasn't clear. If it does, I will be so surprised. It's going to go straight to VOD. They're both coming out in the year 2025. We're going to have to watch both and compare and see who did a better job. And just like with Mickey Mouse, this might not be the only one. There are definitely more, yes. More are going to be coming. So, hey, Popeye. Get excited for that horror movie. I just thought I'd bring that up since we talked about it last week. I'm still in shock of all that. Okay. Well, talking about first looks here, let's talk about the live-action Moana movie. I don't know how many people care about this, but I'm still baffled. We had Moana, came out in the year 2016, hasn't even been 10 years, which I think is at least the minimum mark. And in less than 10 years, this movie is getting the live-action treatment. And what's even weirder, it'll be 1 year apart from the sequel of this movie. Because I got my screening to see it this Monday. Tell you what my thoughts are on that. And then a year and like a couple months later, you get the live action movie. Leave it to Disney. I'm thinking The Rock had some sort of magic juju on them and that had them doing it. Well, we have here our first look at the live action Moana movie. And The Rock is breaking his one rule, guys. He always said, "You never see me in a padded suit. I don't need fake muscles because I got the real ones right here." The man is wearing a fake muscle suit in this. It's looking pretty interesting. It's making his body a little bit more pudgier than we're used to. Here we go. We got some nice updated screen grabs. But when you really stop to think about it, it makes sense a little bit, right? Maui is a character that has all these tattoos. And The Rock has famously, in a recent article, allegedly been really bad at showing up on time on set. Like he's saying that they added $50 million to the cost of Red One with how much The Rock was showing up late, delaying production, and people just standing around waiting for him. He says it's exaggerated and it's not really that much, but who knows, right? Yeah, it's not gonna motivate him to work if the first 5 hours of his day is to sit down in a chair and get painted on, right? So, like, I kind of understand it. And also, we just saw it. Maui's supposed to have this kind of chunky body. I've seen people that look like this, and they're quite interesting to look at. And by them, I mean me in the mirror. I am Maui. Look at him with his big old. What is the name of this? Is it a bone? His claw? It is cool. I don't know, man. Do we need this? Like, it's so funny seeing the internet go, How to Train Your Dragon trailer. Whoa, beautiful, gorgeous, which the trailer was, I'm not gonna lie. And then on that same day when these pictures came out, why is this needed? Who asked for this? Who wanted this? A lot of little 10-year-old, 9-year-old girls out there are going wild for this. So, I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I'm thinking it'll be fine. I'm just like, why are we doing this? What is the purpose? Like it really feels almost a little insulting sometimes to the animated movie, because there's always this thing where there's less interest for an animated film over a live action film. Take Transformers 1 for instance. I guarantee you if Transformers 1 was all live action, that movie would probably be like a $500 million, close to $1 billion hit, because you can imagine that world in live action. But it wasn't. It was animated, and it flopped. It floppity flopped, unfortunately. Now here, we're doing it with these movies, man. It's interesting. I don't know. I feel like it takes away sometimes. Let's see what some people say. I feel like The Rock's acting career will end if this fails, as so many of his projects have been failing badly. That is also the interesting thing. Like, I don't want you guys to think I'm a Rock hater. I do think it's interesting that he pisses in bottles and that he, has is like this late to sets and whatnot. But if we look at The Rock's career right now, it's like, what happened? I just searched rock. The three results was a rock, multiple rocks, and The Rock. But if we look at The Rock's IMDb, I'm agreeing with you guys. I'm like, why is I, a studio head, would want to cast Dwayne The Rock Johnson when I don't know if his movies really showcase that he has box office draw? Like, the only movies outside of Fast and Furious that I think actually have like good financial success behind them are the Jumanji movies. But I don't know if that is because of The Rock or because of the entire ensemble that is in that movie, right? Because if you look at Jumanji, I mean, you got Jack Black, Kevin Hart with The Rock. That ensemble together, I think, makes it fun enough. People like Kevin Hart. People love Jack Black. Throw in The Rock. All right, let's see it go. And the past two Jumanji movies, bangers. I wouldn't put that all on The Rock, though. I just think because he was in a movie with already other cool people. Black Adam hit 400 million. Like, yes, but in the superhero movie world, that's not that marvelous. That's kind of Jungle Cruise, didn't make the buzz they wanted. Red Notice was a Netflix movie. DC's Justice League didn't do that great. So if we're really looking at it, I am also like, dude, I don't know. As an exec, you're like, why hire this guy? He's definitely well known, but I think it's more the project nowadays than the actual movie star, if that makes sense. Like, it's cool to have a notable movie star in your movie, but if the subject matter itself isn't that interesting, it's not going to go big. Does that make sense? Just like the Red One. I feel like the Red One 10 years ago, moneymaker. Not even, maybe 15 years ago. But it wasn't. It was like a soft $30 million opening. It's not going to make its money back. I don't think so. So, yeah. I don't. It's interesting to see. But he's got his serious upcoming project with A24 about the Smashing Machine. I'm curious if that'll do anything for his career or if that'll give him the bug to want to just do serious things and prove that he has that in him. That'd be interesting. So, I don't know. We got that coming up. We'll see how it does. I like Moana 1, but I'm not crazy excited for this live action movie, like I'm sure a bunch of little girls are out there, you know? But that's fine. It's for them. Not everything has to be for me. Okay, Vanity Fair. Let me see if I can find the article. Vanity Fair put out like a whole bunch of upcoming looks for some movies that'll be coming out next year, and I wanted to take a look at all of them. So they put out this article titled Meet the Movies of 2025. First look. Now, we'll spend more time with some of these than others, but immediately I want to spend some time on this. What you're looking at here, guys, is our first look, behind the scenes, granted, of Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein movie. Sadly, it is coming to Netflix. Maybe Netflix will do something where they release it in theaters for a couple of days, but dude, you hear Guillermo del Toro, who is not only an Oscar-winning actor, but he is someone who loves monster movies, horror. What he did with Pinocchio recently, what he did with, what was it, not Creature from the Black Lagoon. It was Shape of Water, which was basically a Creature from Black Lagoon story. I cannot wait for this Frankenstein film. And looking at this set and what we have in front of us, this looks awesome. You can clearly see this is Dr. Frankenstein, and he's got himself a whole bunch of heads and limbs, and he's putting together the perfect person, or I guess, you know, Frankenstein's monster. I'm still so sad it's not Andrew Garfield, because that's who it was supposed to be in this movie. Andrew Garfield was supposed to play Frankenstein's monster. Jacob Elordi took over that role. I don't think that's a bad choice, but you know, as an amazing Spider-Man fan, I wanted my boy Andrew to be the monster. So that's cool. Mia Goth is also playing the bride, so that's going to be interesting. I just know Guillermo del Toro is going to cook so hard with this movie, and it's cool to see the set, because looking at that, you're going to go, it's alive! That's going to be awesome. That's going to be awesome. So we have that. Mother Mary, A24 Anne Hathaway movie. Okay, cool. I'm not excited for this one. I love Kyuhee Kwan, but this trailer did not do much for me, guys. I'm going to watch it just for him, but it seems like a John Wick, Nobody, or, you know, those movies where they get an older actor and they just make him fight? That's what it feels like it's trying to do, and I just don't know how successful that's going to be. All right, here's one we got to talk about. Our first look at Megan 2.0, baby. So this isn't the actual movie set. It looks, again, like a behind the scenes, and this is the recreated Megan doll that'll be showing up in the movie. You can see, I think, some of the stars that'll be part of the film in the background. They're working right there on the Megan doll. Still so curious how this goes, because this could be the franchise maker or the franchise killer. Megan was one of those surprise hits. What was it, last year? Or was it this year? It was last year, right? It was a surprise hit. I was always down for a killer doll movie, but I was kind of disappointed when they went from rated R to PG-13 to appease the TikTok crowd. But the movie still ended up being a lot of fun. Not as horrifying as I wanted, but it was very funny, and it was a killer doll that danced and moved and did all this stuff. Now with this second movie, the plot rumors of it being Megan is now the protector, that there's going to be a competing doll that somebody makes, and that doll is going to want to kill her, I forget the girl's name, but the girl from the first movie, and Megan's like, she mine. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. It could be craziness. You know, it seems like it could lean a little bit into the action franchise and whatnot, but I'm curious about it. It is interesting to see, and so that's our first look at that happening. What else we got here? Oh, we have Mickey 17 with Robert Pattinson. Still hoping that movie comes out good. I like the goofy nature of it. Here's another interesting movie I'm curious about. So this is Marlon Wayans from the Wayans brothers. And this is a movie produced by Jordan Peele. Not made by Jordan Peele, but produced by Jordan Peele. It was originally called GOAT, Greatest of All Time, but there was another movie that actually beat them to that, so they had to change their title to him. It's, here, let me read this. It says, a psychological horror hits the football field in the latest produced Jordan Peele. Him, is a sports movie translated through a classic spaghetti western. So the premise is about an upcoming football star who spends a weekend with a kind of retiring star. And I feel like that just kind of sounds interesting. I've never seen a sports horror movie. Is there a sports horror movie out there? I can't think of one, but you know, Jordan Peele's a name kind of interests me, and the idea of what could happen. I think there's going to be like some envious things here where like a young upcoming star who's about to get all the fame and another one who's all washed out on the edge of retirement. And is there going to be something crazy here where he's going to try to take his life juice? I don't know, man. This is Jordan Peele producing, so something's got to happen. I think this sounds interesting. I want to check it out just for the fact that it's a sports horror movie. Not a sports guy, but I am a horror movie guy, so I'm wondering how that'll go. Dude, this is now the second photo of Jurassic World Rebirth, and both photos are of Scarlett Johansson in this like big old grass field. Another movie I'm curious about if it's good. They fast-tracked this thing. They pushed it forward so quickly. I have no idea if it's going to be good or not, but I have hope. Them bringing back the writer of the first two Jurassic Park movies gives me a little bit of hope, but it's more the idea that it's continuing off from Jurassic World Dominion, where I'm like, man, we're going back to an island, and there's still a world full of dinosaurs that we did nothing with. Remember that post-credit scene with the dinosaurs in Las Vegas? Didn't do nothing with that. So I feel like this movie has a lot of redeeming to do for the Jurassic World brand, and if this fails, buddy, it's time to lock away the Jurassic Park for a while, because that's going to be sad. Let me see here. In the seventh movie of this franchise, they're members of a team harvesting genetic material from wild dinosaurs that contain life-saving compounds. The other parts of the dinos are deadly as ever. So yeah, that's the rumored plot we heard, is that there's like 7 dinosaurs. They have the key to like save some miracle medicine, and so we're going to be hunting down these 7 deadly dinosaurs to get the cure for COVID or something, you know? We'll see. The Ballad of a Small Player. Oh, I lived that life. Don't know much about this, but okay, we got that. Is that Chris Evans? It looks kind of like Chris Evans. Materials. Yeah, that's a Chris Evans and Pedro Pascal movie. A love triangle film. Okay, A24, I see you. Getting more into that swing. I'm just looking for the things I'm super interested in. Wedding Banquet. You're Cordially Invited. I know, guys. It's not that in The Amateur. This one, though, I will say this one's next one I'm interested in. So we have Anna Taylor-Joy and my best friend, Miles Teller. If you know, you know. Me and Miles Teller, we go way back. I told him a joke once, and he was dying laughing. I don't want to bore you with the story, but there's a photo of me with Miles Teller. If you want to find it, go on the Reddit. My people will probably post it. Anyways, this movie sounds interesting. So it's called The Gorge. It is going on Apple TV, which kind of sucks. But it says here, operatives standing watch on an immense wall that confines malevolent forces to their lair. It all goes haywire, of course, leading to a desperate fight. For one set piece, we had a World War II Willie jet pulled up to the side of a rock while under attack. Miles and Anya did most of their own stunts while attached to safety wires. So basically, from what I heard, it's about 2 snipers that are protecting this weird fortress with like some supernatural things, and then things go badly. Look, I'm mainly interested because I like Anya Taylor-Joy. Miles Teller's my best friend. I like mysterious plots, so I'm going in. All right. That was it, guys. That's what we had in our top list. Let me know what things you're most looking forward to coming out of that. Let's move on now to our next topics, my friends. Okay, so let's see here. The next thing I wanted to discuss was DC. Oh my goodness, we have some odd things being released by DC. So James Gunn right now is making all the rounds, promoting Creature Commandos and stuff like that. And while that's all happening, he's also answering questions and things are getting revealed. So one thing that got revealed where I'm like, where does this go? What happens? Let me see. Daniel Craig. So one movie that I wouldn't say got announced, but so I spelled Craig wrong. It didn't get announced, but it was by the official Hollywood Reporter, and that's we're going to be getting a Sergeant Rock movie from DC Studios with Luca Guadagnino set to direct. I am going to continue to defend James Gunn in this DCU until he proves me wrong, because he's only proven me right with his previous movies, whether it's the Guardians franchise, the Suicide Squad. I know he's got a good idea. But as someone who has always wanted like the Solo Flash movie, which we got, and that whole thing was just riddled in controversies, fine. But another try at Green Lantern, a classic Justice League lineup. Things were, not gonna lie, a little bit of the Marvel formula where it's just one hero after another in a big team up film. It is surprising me the projects they're coming out with, because it's not just this one. We got another one. We have Sergeant Rock. Now, I had to do research because I did not know who Mr. Sergeant Rock was. I was like, what's Sergeant Rock? And from what I understand, this is actually a movie that's been trying to get made for the longest time. They had like Arnold Schwarzenegger at one point. It was like a famous comic, and it's like DC's version a little bit of like Captain America, where it's just war stories. This is a guy who doesn't really have superpowers, but instead was just like the ultimate army man. Is like G.I. Joe without all the other Joes. And I'm like, that's cool, I guess, but I don't see how they can market that in a way where it would be big dollars. Does that make sense? Like, how many people are dying for a comic book army style war movie? I'm going to sound like such a hater, I know, but I'm just like, and yeah, I saw people say there could be a connection to Creature Commandos because there's a character in there that has an army background. Yeah, but I'm already there. That already feels too niche. Oh, let's Easter egg it in Creature Commandos, which already I'm going to tell you, only the comic book movie people are really going to be watching. That's not something your grandpa, general audience is going to pop on. They're not going to pop on Creature Commandos, whether you like to believe it or not. And so something like this just surprises me, but I can't be upset about it because Daniel Craig, super talented actor. Luca Guadagnino, very talented. I love what he did with Challengers. He has the talent to do something, but I'm just kind of like, what out of everything? And also the big question is this DCU or is this Elseworld? In my mind, I feel like it's Elseworld. I like there's no way you're telling us the Green Lantern story, you're setting up Justice League, you're getting Batman Brave and the Bold, and you're like, how about a heartbreaking story of this guy in the army? But don't worry, there will be superheroes in this world. You're not going to see them, but you will see the army, man. I don't see the vision, but that's why James Gunn is in charge, and that's why I'm behind a desk on with the YouTube channel. We are not alike. So he's doing something right, but it's not even just that. Because today, another rumor came about, and it's one that we've heard for a while, but now it's getting some traction again, where Clayface movie is rumored to be moving forward at DC Studios. Script was written and completed by Mike Flanagan, someone again I love and respect, aiming to shoot spring of 2025. Now we're going into solo villain movies. We don't even have a proper Green Lantern movie. We don't have a Wonder Woman trilogy, but we're gonna get a Clayface movie thrown out there. Like, I don't even know, man. Like, it's not that I'm against it, because again, the thing hooking me in is James Gunn is definitely going after talent. I think one of the things about him being a creator as opposed to a Hollywood executive, like what most executives tend to be, is he already knows his peers. He knows who is talented. He knows who does good work because he has to do that work himself from time to time. So when he gets people like Luca Guadagnino, Mike Flanagan, James Mangold to do Swamp Thing, can I really complain and bitch about a Clayface movie by one of the coolest horror directors working right now? I don't want it. Take it away, James Gunn. No, right? Like, I'm gonna see what that is, because Mike Flanagan would probably do something super cool with that, but I guess I'm just thinking in the grand scheme of things, right? Like, how does this work? But maybe that's where we have to take James Gunn's comments he said a couple of days ago more literal, because he was asked about the canon of DCU, and he was like, come here. None of this is real. Your canon is whatever you want it to be. Maybe that's his motto going into DCU, is that it's very loosey-goosey. It's like some things will connect very purposefully and have things that hint to another movie, but other things will just happen, and there doesn't need to be a larger story connected to that. Maybe that's the better way to go, and I guess it does make more sense because we're seeing the MCU have less and less people excited because of everything being so interconnected. There's people who've lost touch. There's tons of people who haven't watched the latest 3 Disney Plus shows, this Marvel movie, that Marvel movie. So when the next Avenger film comes, Maybe they're like, I'll watch a YouTube video, someone recapping it. I don't feel like spending time. Maybe going loosey goose with the canon and just throwing stuff as long as the movies are good. That's the way to go. I'm very curious, but I see these things and I'm just like, why is it so hard to just set up the classic Justice League, do a story there, then branch off? You know, I don't know. People are like, well, they don't want to copy Marvel, but you know, maybe that formula was just good, right? Oh dang! Look all the way back, guys. This was in March of 2023. Clayface will be in Batman Part 2. Who knows? Because also, if this Clayface movie is Matt Reeves, now we're getting spin-off Matt Reeves movies. That'd be wild. That'd be crazy. Him doing a Clayface movie in the DCU, then that means Clayface probably isn't in the Batman Part 2. Unless it's Golden Age Clayface, which was not a blob monster, but just a serial killer, which is way more up his alley. Yeah, definitely. Someone said check discussing films. What happened? What happened discussing films? Idris Elba in talks to star as Man-in-Arms in live-action Masters of the Universe. I wish I was a bigger He-Man fan. I would tell you whether I love that or not, but let's just see if that movie even happens. But pretty cool. All right, so yeah, you guys let me know. Do you like the direction and the way they're heading with this DC universe? Like, again, I can't be against it because it's talented people involved, but the projects themselves don't get me jumping up and down. But we'll see. We'll see how things go. Okay, moving on now to our next couple of subjects here, guys. So we got Sonic Movie 3. Oh, dude, where to begin with the Sonic universe, guys? So the marketing has gone full throttle. I remember a couple of weeks ago, people were like, dude, when is the Sonic movie going to do something? When is something going to happen? Where's the second trailer? Well, it started going crazy, and okay, for one, we got these posters, and there is kind of like a weird secret conspiracy with these posters we'll get into, but the marketing right now has been levels of peak. Good peak and kind of low peak. We're going to get into all that here because there is McDonald's toys, shoes, songs, and PR packages that went crazy. So let's start off with this poster here since I brought it up. So we got these character posters, which was nice to see. A lot of these were very funny because like Agent Stone, what the heck is he doing? Like, I wish I had my soundboard pull up because I would just be playing the Prowler sound, the doo-doo-doo. He looks like he's got the Prowler gauntlets on there. I don't know why we have a gun agent. She's probably just infiltrating, or maybe she got married and was entered into the gun corporation. I like seeing Robotnik's new upgraded suit. That looks awesome. Gerald is great. All these people look great. Now, the thing that people were pointing out and speculating, which I don't know if I can find the original tweet, but I'll try. There were people noticing that Maddie is the character. Here we go. This is the tweet, and this is the person who brought up the theory at first, so all credit to her. There was a person that said in every Sonic movie, they use Maddie to hint at the secret character that'll show up at the end of the film. And remember, there is going to be a secret character. They teased that, so we're all wondering, Amy, Silver, Metal Sonic, who is going to be? First movie, she was wearing yellow, and it was Tails. Second movie, she was wearing red and black, and it was Shadow. Now with this poster that they revealed for the new movie, she's wearing what looks like it's going to be Amy's colors. So, could that happen? Who knows? Just a theory for now, a film theory, but it could end up happening. So there was that, and that was all kind of cool. And then we got some PR packages in the mail. So I'll bust mine out just for a quick second because your boy was lucky enough to be one of the receivers. Your boy got himself this package sent in the mail. And one, it was just cool, and I wasn't the only one. There was like hundreds of these sent out, so I was just lucky enough to be one of those people. And you obviously recognize this because it is the life box that Sonic hits to give him an extra life. And I was like, oh, Paramount just sent me immortality in a box. I quickly jumped off my roof and died. I am suing you now, Paramount. Moving on. But obviously this was awesome and cool, and you open it up, and you get this awesome little Sonic poster and a handwritten note. Everybody got handwritten notes. I thought, I felt special. Mine said, what does it say? Your insightful takes on movies and pop culture are always a joy to watch. Keep it up. I don't know. To me, that says you're better than everybody else who got a package, Chris. And I read between the lines, right? So that was awesome. But this was the coolest part, dude. They actually sent in a cartridge that is a replica of the Sonic 3 video game. So if you look up Sonic 3, let me just get Sonic 3 game. For the Sega Genesis, they recreated the cover art from that right here. So here, I've been trying to show it to you. You can see it's the same. Sonic, because people were making fun of the art, the poor Photoshop, but they were just trying to recreate this artwork. You have, Sonic there holding up the 3 fingers. Even the Shadow guy here, who Shadow isn't in Sonic 3, but they still managed to make it Shadow as part of this cover art. I thought that was awesome and cool. But the greatest part was there was an actual cartridge in this thing. What the heck? An actual guys, I don't need. This was awesome. I was like, this is the kind of marketing I love. It's a real cartridge. It has some great artwork on it. It's there, and this is the also weird part. This poster is better than the real poster that they put out. Look, I'm gonna bring up the actual poster here for you guys. Sorry, I know it's fuzzy, but let me see. Sonic 3 poster. Sonic 3 poster. So where is it? This one. Okay. So look at this. This is the poster that they showed to everybody, right? Take a good look at Shadow and the way he looks on this. And now in this one, it's an updated version. It's Shadow way more detailed, looks more nicer. Like this is a better version of that poster, and it was just for a PR package. I don't know. That's kind of interesting that they gave the PR package people a better version of the poster because that's just a small detail I noticed, right? Well, immediately when I got this and I opened it up, I was like, I gotta get my Sega Genesis. Mom, unlock the basement, Mom. We gotta look for it. And I think I have it here. Let me check. Right here. I popped this sucker out. It was covered in dust and who knows what other sticky substances, but I actually had my Sega Genesis. Only problem is I didn't have the power cord or the cables to make it work. So I was kind of stuck. But it actually fits in, and once I get all that figured out, it will work. Now, thankfully, because this was sent to like 100 other influencers and YouTubers and out there, somebody had an actual working Sega Genesis. So I'm just going to pull up Sonic 3 Sega Genesis. Let me pull it up from the actual person who built. Let's see here. Because there was the actual person who actually worked on it and built it. They uploaded the video. I'm trying to see if I can find them. I can't find them right now. If not, we're just going to have to... Oh, here they are. This is the person. This channel right here is actually the person who made the PR package for the people. So you can check out their channel here. And anyways, when you plug it in and play it, this is kind of what happens. And again, and this is all for an important reason. Again, one, just 8-bit quality Sonic 3. That is so awesome. Then it gives you a character selection, and every character plays like a little sound, a little thing. I'll play you what Shadow says because I think that's the only one people really care about. Everybody else just has kind of like a basic little like, oh, what? Come meet me, Sonic. All right, let's play here.
Time to gear up.
Walk away before you get hurt.
And that's just, dude, that attention to detail is crazy. So that was all part of it. And again, you could go through all the characters. There's a part where you can look at the posters in 8-bit, which I thought was awesome with some nice little music. That's cool in itself. And then there's this weird mini game that isn't a mini game you can actually win or lose at. But in the handwritten note that they gave me, they said, if you can figure out the cheat code, you'll get a special message. And I was like, cheat code? So I had to Google it. Whenever Sonic 3 came out, the actual Sonic 3, not the movie, there was a cheat code that was infamous because you had to do it really quick and you would get this special screen and animation. And it was like a very famous thing. And they integrated that into the cartridge. And once you do it, you get this special message, which they didn't put on here. So let me go to IGN's video where it shows off. There we go. It shows off the trailer date, which is going to be November 25th, 2024. Now, we just went through all of that in this PR package just so we can get the trailer date for this movie. I don't think that was overdoing it. That is the perfect level of attention to detail and craziness. I am so happy they did that, and I'm glad I own one of these because that's such a cool little experience. Like, that's just awesome in itself. So that right there, huge W, marketing team, whoever did that. I love that, and I'm giving them the big W now because there's other things that they've done that I'm like, okay. So, moving on to the next thing, we now know Trailer Monday. Your boy's going to react, do whatever, and we're going to talk about that trailer for sure, right? Okay. Then they also dropped the song for Sonic 3. Now, the Sonic songs have been good because everybody knows the Kid Cudi song. And again, since this is YouTube, I have to be careful with how much I play. So I'm just going to be playing snippets at a time. But, dude, this Kid Cudi song, Stars in the Sky, what a song. Just playing 5 seconds of it so you remember the melody and the tone. See what you'll find, right? Beautiful song. Like, that song got me hyped. I remember that song playing at the end of Sonic 2, and you're just smiling because you just saw Shadow, you just saw a fun movie, and now you're getting this animated credits of all this, and Kid Cudi's beautiful singing. Dude, like, that song was great. Like, a good song to go with the Sonic movie. The new song they dropped. Okay, so it is by an artist named Jelly Roll, which that in itself, interesting name. And I thought I didn't know them, but they did make a song that I'm familiar with. It's been on the radio, and right now I completely forgot the lyrics of the way the song goes. But shoot, maybe I could just find it real quick. But it's an okay song. It's a it's a song that I think a lot of people kind of enjoy. There we go. Save Me. There we go. What's it?
2,
Let me see.
3.
I'm a lost cause. I don't know. Maybe you guys are familiar with it. Either way, it's a country singer, up and coming. Fine. They can't get Kid Cudi every time. I'm sure it costs money or whatever, and especially they just had him on the Knuckles show. So I was kind of hyped. I put on the song, excited to see what it would be, and I'm not a big fan. I'm going to play again snippets of it, and I can't get into it. So here we go. Snippets of the song.
He's like this, we don't miss never. Yeah, yeah. Last night things got a...
Okay, just hopping around the song.
I think you know when we pull up green lights.
It's very country, it's very rodeo, it's very energetic and happy. I feel like that is a weird choice to go for Sonic 3. And the reason I say this is a weird choice is because we know what's going to happen in Sonic 3. We know how tragic this story is about to be, as tragic as can be for a PG, video game adaptation. But this poster, if you're a Sonic fan, you know what's going to happen. You know how sad that's going to be and how heartbreaking. And, you also have people going like the Live and Learn song, maybe like a cover. I think saw some people saying like Paramore or another famous rock band could have been interesting. I agree. This is such a strange choice for this song. It's so country. Like, some people like it. I'm not going to knock it. Some people, I like it. It's an okay song and all that. And just, so other people were not digging it. Like, it was... Seeing what people were saying about it was so funny. I saw somebody said they should have picked the KSI song instead. And yeah, I'm just not feeling it. Let me see. That feels like a song that would play while you're shopping in like a department store, right? You're like, oh, would you like to try on those pants? Yeah, run it. It's no offense, right? I mean, that's probably a great gig for the guy. And I did see some people saying the context of where the song is played, if it's not like the end credit song, is going to definitely matter. Here's him playing it. And I think the theories of when the song is going to play is right on. So there's a scene in the trailers and whatnot that is showcasing the crew having a race. So they're going to do a little race in the movie. And I'm thinking that's probably where you play it. Very beginning of the movie, before things get dark and serious. Other people say, well, maybe there's just a really happy ending at the end of all of it, and that's the song that perfectly encapsulates it. I think a beginning song during the race and all this is probably the way to go. People also pointed out, like here, you can see presents. So it looks like it's Sonic's birthday. So this being Sonic's birthday song, okay, that makes sense for a happy, energetic song. Just being honest myself, don't love it. Maybe it'll be one of those songs after hearing it 4 times. I like it. That's happened before. But I just remember the first time I heard that Kid Cudi song, I was like, dude, this is bumping. So for me, I'm going L on this one. But maybe you guys will be better on it. Save the best song for the end credits. Yeah, so maybe Live and Learn is for the credits, right? So there was that got revealed, right? Then we got the McDonald's toys. That is always a happy staple of a Sonic movie. So let me see. McDonald's. We got revealed the McDonald's toys. And they're all right, man. I feel bad for this generation of McDonald goers because, dude, our toys back in the day, they were bussin'. They were so good they could kill a kid, which is probably why they had to stop making them so good. They were just detailed and awesome. Like, I remember back when they had, like, the little mini games. You could play little Sonic handhelds. Let me see if I can look up old, let me see. Old Sonic McDonald's toys. What would those look like? Oh, there they are. I had these as a kid. I had like 3 of these. I had the Sonic one, the Tails one, and the green one here. These were awesome. It's just like it's not really a very competitive game, but it was just the effort put into those. Those were awesome and cool. And even these were kind of fun for, well, I don't actually know those. Those were the other ones, the the Sonic toys when they came out for the second Sonic movie and spoiled the movie. Remember that? These came out and they ruined some of the big things in the film. And so all these are just kind of like the same mold. It's just a Sonic character within a little spinning ball and they just spin. That one says spoilery, so I'm not going to open it. But they have other ones here and it's just, we'll see. We'll see. So there's that. I'll think I think we could it's up to you. I'll try it. We'll see if it goes. But OG McDonald's, man, they used to be really cool. Now, I think the biggest L, and maybe you guys won't agree with me, is the shoe collabs this time. The Sonic shoes are infamous, guys. I own a pair of the Sonic shoes. Remember, Puma came out with them? Sonic Puma. They came out with the actual Sonic shoes, which was like the coolest thing they ever did. These shoes, you could actually buy them. I wear them. Let me see. See shoes. They're just awesome that they actually did that. It is like the most simple thing you can do is just recreating the Sonic shoes. Everything. Oh, it's Fila. My bad. It was Fila, not Puma. Puma was the one for the first Sonic movie, and they didn't do it. It was Fila that recreated it, and I own these. Awesome. Like, how hard is that, right? How hard is that concept to make? I bet you Fila sold like crazy of those shoes. I would like to know. And now, in this next movie, you have people like Knuckles, right? Knuckles shoes. And these shoes, boy, I don't think would be that difficult to make. Those could be interesting. I'd like to see how creative you get with this Lego piece on top. But, okay, you have those iconic shoes, right? What do Tails shoes look like? Tails shoes in themselves could be really simple. I don't see how that could be that hard to design right there. Just kind of a white red tip. I feel like you can get kind of creative with that. But I think the shoes that would have sold millions is Shadow shoes. Shadow has some of the coolest shoes in the entire universe. And the way they built them for this movie, get me those Shadow shoes now. Dude, just imagining wearing those with the gold ring on your ankles. Every kid at the basketball play park walking out of the field as soon as you walk in. Oh, that's the dude with the Shadow shoes, man. You gotta get away from him. You seen Like Mike? Like Shadow. Like Shadow. Don't kill his kid, Maria. So I'm like, dude, that would be so awesome if its shoe company actually recreated the Shadow shoes, right? Well, we got here what the shoes are actually going to be looking like, and buddy, I don't know how to feel about this. So I'm trying to find a good photo of them. So this time around, it was Reebok who got the shoe deal. And it's not that it's entirely bad. There's some cool things they do. I'm trying to find the right photos to look at, you guys. And I just not that crazy about them. So let's go piece by piece. First, the Sonic shoes that they made. So they made them all blue. I mean, these look kind of like running shoes. The coolest part is the back and the interior. So they're obviously Sonic's colors, but the back has like these gold rings on them. That's kind of cool. And you also have the Green Hills pattern of the turf on there. And then the inside is again Green Hills. I'm like, okay, 7 out of 10 here. Kind of fine. Not really iconic to that. Then you have the Knuckles shoes, which is probably the coolest ones. They're like puffy and suede, kind of like Knuckles. They got his colors on them. I think that's cool, but it's the back part of these that I think is actually pretty dope. Let me see if I can get to them. They have little knuckles, little knuckle points on the back heel. I'm like, okay, that's cool. That's actually cool. I could genuinely see myself putting these on just for those little knuckle bumps, because that's just a cool detail, right? And then you have the tail shoes that it's fine. Let me see if I can. It's all yellow. I'd love to meet the person that could pull off an all yellow shoe. Not gonna be me. And then the back of them just has tails, and that's cool. But I feel like it's a fumble, man. I like the way these shoes were. It was just perfect, dude. Perfect. But hey, can't complain. This is the kind of stuff I love to see. When you have a big movie, you have an exciting film you're going to show to people in a community that are excited, you do cool creative marketing things like this, a song, some shoes, McDonald's toys, cool PR packages that are built for the fans. Like, it's a W all around. So I just wanted to talk about all that with you guys, because the Sonic marketing, I thought, has just been crazy. Can you imagine the world we live in where these would have been the shoes they were going to create? Okay, let's move on now and talk about some Spider-Man 4. So let me take this off. All right. Let me get this set up. Okay. All right, there we go. So, Spider-Man 4, my dudes, we have been learning a lot. And in fact, today we got a major update on Spider-Man 4, but the past couple of days, it has been Spider-Man Mania. So I want to go here to Spider-Man news. They're really good at covering Spider-Man stuff. So we started off the week a little disappointing because we all thought something crazy was about to happen with this sign that was going up in New York. And we thought, oh, Beyond the Spider-Verse announcement, it's coming. And then whenever things got finished, it was a Sony Bravia TV advertisement. That is crazy to just like put that much effort into like a TV ad. Bro, come on. You could have used that effort for an awesome Spider-Verse ad. So fans were already a little disappointed there. And then we got this update, which was weird. So according to Sony, on their Japanese website, they actually let it slip that Tom Hardy's Eddie and Venom is looking to actually be part of Spider-Man 4. The thing we were scared and dreading and we thought was behind us because, well, we saw Venom 3 and it didn't really confirm one way or another that Noel was the big bad guy, that Venom would be part of the film, and just kind of left it so vague. Well, this was part of the official Sony website release where it says it's translated from Japanese. Tom Holland, who plays Peter, has already given his stamp of approval to the story. This will be a real movie that fans can respect. Is Tom Hardy, who plays Eddie in Venom series, ready to take part? Basically saying Tom Holland has approved this story. Is Venom ready to now face off with him? Dude. It's not that I don't think Venom and Spider-Man would be cool. If anything, I've been begging for a redo of that kind of story, but with Tom Hardy's version of Venom in that universe, you know I'm #1 hater of that. 2 pumpkin bumps for you. Are you in or are you out? Wrong answer. Like, no. I did not want to see that done. So we had that, right? And I'm like, maybe the Japanese website was mistaking or it's old information, because this was actually posted on their website, I think, early November, and people just found it now through scrolling it. So I was like, okay. And then the next thing that popped up is an update from Daniel RPK, who has been very reliable with this kind of stuff. And there's also some Avengers Doomsday things in here. But when he says Spider-Man 4 will have more than one villain, the story will also have some multiverse elements to it, Filming will begin in August of 2025 with Tom Holland. Now, I also want to bring up the Doomsday because it's part of this. He also updated this with it. Here we go. So it's saying here that Spider-Man will have a leading role in Doomsday. He also lets us know that all the Thunderbolts, everyone who appears in Thunderbolts, will also be part of Doomsday. Interesting detail there, excuse me. Okay, we kind of figured that. We have been hearing for the longest time that Spider-Man is kind of like their biggest draw. You know, they don't have Chris Evans right now. That Robert Downey Jr. is in the villain role, and, you know, Chadwick Boseman's Black Panther is not there. So it's like they need a superstar, big team person. Spider-Man is that right now. He is the character that I think most people love and recognize and are willing to pay the money. So him being a large part of Doomsday is going to be interesting. It made sense because of Robert Downey Jr., but now we know, since Spider-Man 4 takes place between Doomsday and Secret Wars, whatever happens in Doomsday is directly leading into Spider-Man's own world. And I think then that's where we're going to get the story of like a bunch of different universes colliding into New York, and we're going to have so many characters from different worlds in New York. And I think that could honestly end up being why Venom had to be in New York by the end of the movie. Because when Doomsday happens, and then we get to Battle World, which is what the Secret Wars Battle World, right? Where all these different universes collide together into one map. I think all the different New Yorks from different universes, whether it's Tobey's, Andrew's, Tom Hardy's, and now Tom Holland's, all collide into one. So we're going to have a New York where everybody there is just there. Well, not everybody, but from certain universes. And, well, that's how you get that story going. I'm thinking, that's my theory. None of it's been saying, but I'm like, that's how it could make sense. Because they're saying multiverse elements. That's your multiverse. They want to obviously bring back Tobey and Andrew. That's how you do it. And now Venom part of it. I can't think of how that story makes sense. And there's other people saying this is going to be one of the biggest Spider-Man movies ever made because of this kind of story. And I'm just like, dude, what the heck is going on? Someone said scheduling got delayed. Looks like the scheduling got delayed a little bit, but it makes sense because Tom Holland and Zendaya are booked and busy next year, buddy. So, because Zendaya's got Euphoria Season 3, apparently. She's got the Christopher Nolan movie. She's got Spider-Man 4. Tom Holland has the Christopher Nolan movie, Spider-Man 4, Avengers Doomsday, and whatever else he's going to have to do. He is going to be busy, man. All of that in 1 year. So I don't know how much that'll affect the release of the movie, but it'll still come after Doomsday. It's very much looking like Doomsday is going to be the setup of that. And again, I just thought we were past this. I thought we were done with speculating and wondering that is Venom going to be in the movie? I'm also going to say I don't think Noel is anymore. I don't know how many people were still interested in Noel and all that. Like, Noel in itself could be a cool character. I don't think they did enough in Venom 3 to make me want to see him. If they pull it off, okay, I guess. But dude, I never thought that would happen, right? Like, I just wanted my street level story, but we're going to have to wait to Spider-Man 5, maybe even Spider-Man 6 for that to go down. But Sony is also very reactionary because, you know, as a sidebar, since we are talking about the Spider-Man universe, there have been things happening with the Kraven movie. So for one, we have the director of Kraven begging people that our movie's not going to be bad, guys. Please, let me see if I can pull up the exact quote he had. Because he was telling people, guys, please don't let all those other movies get you down. Let me see. Kraven. It was such an interesting interview. Where was it? This Kraven the Hunter director wants fans to give the movie a chance. He hopes it will wash away the bad taste left in the SSU. Give our film a chance. Not gonna lie, I am gonna give it mainly for the R rating and because it looks like they're actually gonna keep Kraven as a villain. I don't think you can bite someone's nose off and go, that guy's a hero. I like him. Seems like he's keeping him on the villain side, but that's just so funny that the director has to come out and say, I know our universe hasn't been great, guys, but give it a chance. Just give it a chance. Now, the other thing, which I'm trying to find the exact video of, people notice they are changing the power of Kraven, or the origin. Kraven power. Let me see if I can find the exact video. Okay, here we go. So if you remember in the first trailer for Kraven the Hunter, there was this part where Kraven as a boy is going after a lion. He gets attacked, and then the blood of the lion fuses with his blood, gives him this weird power where now he can connect with every animal out there. So he can see through the vision of a hawk in the sky. He can call a wolf from far away to come help him and do all this stuff. And I'm like, that's a really interesting power. Well, last year they delayed Kraven an entire year so they could do some reshoots. Because remember, the movie was supposed to come out last October. And now we know they changed the origin of Kraven to be a little bit more comic accurate, to where he's going to get a potion fed to him, and that'll be where he gets his powers. Let me see if I can bring up the original trailer, because I bet you it's still on YouTube. Kraven trailer, where he shows off how he got those powers. So a year ago, this is the trailer. Let me see if I can find the exact moment. He gets attacked. Yep, he gets it. Okay, here we go. So he gets attacked, all bad and dandy. They feel, but Dad just leaves them, and then here we go. The blood of the lion fuses with Kraven, and that's what gives him his power. Now they changed it, because in the comics, that's how Kraven gets like super enhanced, is he has a potion from like a thing, and it gives him a little bit more ability so he can fight superhuman people. But even then, that's like a small power-up. I still like the fact that Kraven is a guy who uses his wits, who uses his hunting ability to get the upper hand. And they also say in this trailer, I don't think he's getting the whatchamacallit, the ability to talk to animals or communicate with them. It looks now that he's just gonna have animal-like abilities. So maybe he'll be crawling like a wolf or jumping like a jaguar. I don't know, something like that. But it doesn't look like he's gonna be commanding animals anymore, because that doesn't seem to be part of the trailer. Because here he was calling on his powers of a jaguar. So, I don't know. We'll see, guys. But the Sony universe is something. The Spider-Man universe is something else. I don't even know what's happening now. I just hope that movie ends up being good, y'all. That's all I've got to say. Okay. All good and dandy here. So, now we move on to you guys dictating what you want me to talk about, what you want to get into. I'm going to the regular chat for a little bit, and then we'll get into the super chatty chats. See what's going on. So let me know. Let me see. What's the regular chat I want to talk? Kendrick, I have not listened to the new album yet. I do. Oh, dude, I completely forgot. Was that also part? You're right. See, this is why I need to have it down. You're so right. Thank you, guys. Talk about Scream 7. My bad. Okay. We actually have one more topic that I didn't write down on my notes on the side. So scratch that. We're going back into movie talking mode. All right. So, Scream 7, baby. Guys, you guys know, I was very disappointed with everything that happened with Scream 7, and I've been wanting to kind of not get over it, because I'm still going to be upset at Spyglass, but I want to just be happy for Neve Campbell and Kevin Williamson, because I want to support them. And I am curious when Kevin Williamson, creator of this franchise, since he wrote the first movie, what he would do now as a director. That's kind of the main thing making me excited. But everything aside from that, they are making it hard to get excited for this movie. And they just announced one cast member, another one is rumored, but it's looking likely. And guys, I'm struggling to find the excitement here. So for one, we got here Isabel May, who's looking to play Sydney's daughter in Scream 7. And I just fell to my knees in the middle of Walmart. Oh, I'm so sad, because it was rumored that McKenna Grace was going to be the daughter of of Sydney in Scream, and that right there would have actually have been the first thing to get me excited for Scream 7, as opposed to all the other controversy, because McKenna Grace is an actress I love. She was in recent Ghostbusters, Young Sheldon, and she's also done a lot of smaller roles. She was like young Captain Marvel. She had a small role in Malignant. Like, I think she's awesome, and she's definitely headed for a lot more stuff in the future. Oh yeah, I forgot she was also yeah, was it the Ouija movie, or was it one of the Conjuring movies? Either way, McKenna Grace would be a huge get. She would be like on the level of like Jenna Ortega As in with Jenna Ortega, they got her in Scream 5, and then she blew up. And then by the time Scream 6 came out, everybody was just going to go see Scream 6, mainly for Jenna Ortega. I'm like, McKenna Grace has that, where if you get her now, she's going to blow up because of other cool things she's doing, and then she's going to help your franchise keep growing. And plus, if this is Sydney's daughter, you got to think franchise-wise, she's the next person they would hand off the series to. And I'm like, yes, I would actually be happy with that. Isabella May, no offense to this actress. I've actually seen her. She was also in episodes of Young Sheldon. And she just doesn't have a career that makes me all that excited and all that. And so nothing against them. They could prove me wrong. They could be an awesome actor in the movie. I'm still going to give them the benefit of the doubt. I don't want to be too mean on them for that. But this is not a casting choice that makes me go, bro, they got it. They got it. It just makes me go, huh. Sydney's daughter, one of the daughter to one of the most iconic final girls of all time. The place you should probably spend some of your money or invest something, because this could be the new face of your franchise, since you wanted to fire Melissa and Jenna, who are no longer the face of the franchise now. This is really where you want to make sure you do it right. I don't know. It feels underwhelming to me. It feels underwhelming. So there was that. And then there was another casting choice where it's the boyfriend of the Sydney's daughter, and it's Cassian Belton, who is rumored to play. And now, does this guy have a lethal face card? Yes, I'm not gonna deny that. Look at that jawline, the nice cheekbones and all that. Definitely a face that you don't know if you love or is gonna be Ghostface and killing you. Because hey, rules in this franchise, it's always the boyfriend, right? Suspicious of them. But again, I'm not familiar with this person's work. I don't think that they've done much that got me excited. And it's just, again, now we have more of the cast rounding out. And aside from the legacy people that I'm obviously excited for, whether it's Sydney and Mark Kincaid, who was said today that Mark Kincaid is rumored to get in, which hopefully. This is not a cast that's making me excited so far. This is a cast that's underwhelming me. And there's been a lot of that before. Like, I think the cast of Scream 5 was probably one of the best casts that we had in the Scream universe for a while. Whether you like that movie or not, whatever you think about it, that cast was fire. You had Jenna Ortega in there. You had Jack Quaid. All right. You had Mickey Madison, who, again, it's like they knew who to invest in. They knew to invest in some of these faces because they're going to be bigger stars. Whoever was the casting director for Scream 5, they got it down because they got Jenna Ortega before she went big. Jack Quaid is obviously a familiar face from The Boys. Jasmine Savoy Brown's doing good stuff. Like, Scream 5 cast was actually banging. And can't forget about Dylan Minnette. Dylan Minnette was also part of that cast. Like, that was a good cast. And now it's, I don't know. So far, this new cast, maybe they'll blow up and do bigger things. Or they're like, the Spyglass knows something we don't. I'm sure they're capable actors. I saw a couple of clips of her in other stuff. But again, it's just underwhelming me. I'm still waiting for the thing with Scream 7 that'll unbiasedly get me excited. Because I'm trying to be unbiased and genuinely be hyped for this movie. But I'm not just going to blindly be like, oh, okay, Sydney's daughter, guys, great. Okay, I'm not going to pretend. Like, I want to find something that's actually going to get me hyped. So I want to know, like, the setting. Where are we going? I know, like, Seattle. I think that's where Sydney lives. I don't know if that's exciting as New York or Woodsboro, right? Like, the theme of this movie. Like, what are they trying to tackle in terms of commentary? Because that's a big part of the Scream franchise. And I don't know. I feel like the commentary is something they definitely fumbled in Scream 6. I like the commentary in Scream 5, but even then, I just don't know what else you do, right? Chris is secretly, oh, dude, I wish, but they would never hand that off to me. Said here, nah, no Stu that would not fit in Scream 7. To me, Stu would get me excited, but I know it's obvious nostalgia bait at this point, and that's kind of what they need right now, is just to bait in a lot of the fans. Again, gonna give it a chance. I'm sure this actress will be great, and maybe once I see the first trailer and I go, guys, I was completely wrong. She's phenomenal. I see why she's in there. I'll admit it right away, just from an outside point. It's just not that hype. And also, to kick a horse when it's down, you know, this announcement came out after the 1-year anniversary that they fired Melissa Barrera. Spyglass is some shady mofos, baby. What the heck? Out of all the days, that's the day where you kind of just let it slide. And dude, they've been quiet. I remember when one of the cool things about New Age Scream is that Scream finally had viral marketing, and whenever their online accounts were active, dude, they posted some really fun stuff that Scream fans can get into, whether it was on Instagram, TikTok, or Twitter. Not a peep. Not a peep from this account since October of 2023. It has been 2 years since this account has tweeted anything. And before anybody goes, oh yeah, Chris, there's no movie right now in the works. A lot of other movie accounts were at least wish Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, or keep this up. They will keep it going. They have purposely not been active and quiet because they know they're going to get some backlash as soon as they do something. So it's just been interesting because it feels like they finally got the marketing and the way things should have been, because that's one of the downfalls of Scream 4 is they did not do a good job marketing that movie, and it ended up not making as much as it should. And now it's like, oh, well, now we got to stay quiet. Now we can't announce stuff. So we'll see. We'll see. Chris, I hate that you mentioned it's been a whole, yeah, it sucks, man. But Melissa Barrera's doing just fine. She's got multiple movie projects. She did Your Monster. So, and I have hope one day they will bring her back and Jenna, and it'll be a generational type story. Maybe see where they're at in their lives. Maybe she has kids with the guy now, and her and Mason Gooding, the character of Chad, they have a baby and whatnot, things like that. And they can team back up with Sydney. Hopefully she's still around and all that. I don't want hate. That's what I'm hoping for. Whenever like Scream 8 or 9 comes out, they'll bring them all back and it'll be a cool reunion. But, who knows? Who knows? Okay. So what is it? Who cares? Honestly, I do. This is one of my favorite horror franchises of all time, and I'm struggling to get excited for it, okay? So I care. This means something to me. All right. Let's move on now. Good stuff. So there we go. Thank you guys for reminding me about that. I can't believe I completely forgot about the Scream 7 update. All right. Let's go in now. Talking to seeing what the super chatty chats say. Or actually the regular chat for a little bit. Let's see. Let's see what you guys are talking about. Fantastic Four new outfits, please. What is there a new leak? I haven't seen a new leak of their outfits. We've already gotten what they look like from these photos, which I think they look pretty cool. I'm very happy with those outfits. Way better than the John Krasinski suit. I'm still on the theory that they purposely made this suit over-designed and bad, so when the actual suits come out, they're just much more beloved, right? All right. It says Sonic 3 trailer with spoilers in it. We'll see. I hope it has no spoilers in it, but they're probably going to reveal a lot. They're definitely going to after everything we've seen. Oh, someone said Reddit. We could do Reddit, then I'll go into the super chatties. I don't think there's anything in there. Okay. The Daddiator sees all. Okay, I'm a Naruto character now. Chris and his pumpkin bombs. So let me see. It's about to blow up. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I know what he's fucking doing there. I'm not going to play that. You can't catch me. Anytime I say Arnold's name, they always got to do that. When YouTubers turn on 3C, can Paul come out to play? Oh, don't, I better not turn on me. Christmas tree before Thanksgiving is criminal. Hey, oh, I don't think so. I don't think a Christmas tree before. Okay, you guys know me. I put out the Spooky Mama set in September because I want to enjoy Halloween as long as possible. I like Christmas too. I want to enjoy Christmas as long as possible. And 1 month to put up my Christmas tree is not enough time, baby. I start right when November hits because if you're the type of person that decorates for Thanksgiving, I don't know what to tell you. I think a Christmas tree before Thanksgiving is normal, okay? I said it. I said it. All right. Let's move on here. So let's get on to the super chatty chats and you guys can continue to roast me for everything. All right. All right, let's go, boys. Let's go. Okay. Here we go. Do you think Red One will become a staple, or will everyone forget about it? So, yeah, Red One was unfortunately one of those movies I didn't get around to because, as you guys know, if you were keeping up with me, my brother broke his arm and was taking him to a lot of appointments and stuff like that. And if I can't review a movie the first weekend it comes out, it's usually just not going to. But I did end up seeing it. And look, I didn't hate the movie as much as a lot of people, but it was definitely not a great movie. If in my review, I would have given it a rent. I do think this feels like a straight-to-streaming movie, just like those Netflix films that are, like, overpriced and over-budgeted. Like, I still thought, like, a week before this movie released that it was a straight-to-streaming film. But the thing that did surprise me was the world building. I like how they were able to integrate all these other magical creatures, the way they brought Krampus into there, and the way they kind of explored this, like, other world. Like, it lends itself to where I didn't love this movie, but I would so watch a sequel. I would love to see how you further expand this mythological world, what else you do with it. But, you know, Rock felt like he was on autopilot in this movie. Chris Evans was fun, but also there's just some really cringy random moments. Like Nick Kroll is in the film and he talks like that for like 5 minutes straight. And I remember as soon as he was done, I was just like, cinema. So not great. I don't think it's going to be a Christmas classic or staple, but if they make a sequel, I'm going to watch it. So take that for whatever you mean, right? All right. The reason why the MCU Spidey is an anchor bean for Earth 616 or 1999 is because most spider people or spider society are also anchor beans of their own Earth. That could be an explanation. To me, I think it's a missed situation if Iron Man is not made the anchor bean of the MCU. Everything revolves around Iron Man. Even Spider-Man's own movies revolve around Iron Man. Everything still leads back to Iron Man. And now Robert Downey Jr. is coming in as Doctor Doom. How is he not the anchor bean for the MCU? But, yeah, Spider-Man could be fine. I feel like it has to be Robert Downey Jr.'s Iron Man. I don't know. I hope Scary Movie 6 mock public domain horror films. That could be funny. That could be funny. I mean, they got a lot of ability to do that stuff now because they can make their own version. Hey, Chris, you're my favorite YouTuber, and you inspire me to become a movie director. Well, the Ninja Boy, you better cast me as the star. It is my dream to be the star in a movie. I bet RDC World 1 will cameo appear in Scary Movie 6. I don't know about that. Chris, what's up, man? How's life? Life is good. It's Christmas. It's finally getting chilly here in Texas. I'm tired of the heat. I like it chilly. You think we getting a Deadpool Christmas special? That's a good question. The reason they're asking is because there was this video that went online of Ryan Reynolds where he was in the Deadpool costume and he was also filming something Christmas related right there. And so it made people think, oh my God, Christmas special, which, dude, what an awesome surprise that would be if like it just rolls around and they just randomly release a 1 hour Deadpool Christmas special. Would be so happy. I'm not going to go that far because I feel like this would be such a bad way to like reveal it. I feel like this is probably some sort of Christmas commercial or a Christmas ad thing further promoting Deadpool and Wolverine and whatnot. But dude, that would be so funny if they actually had a Christmas project there. But we'll see. I hope so, but I don't know. The Sonic movie 3 would be the darker of the trilogy. Not with that new song they released. It's going to be the Hoot and Ho Danny of the trilogy. Can you tell us your strategy for getting views? Stick to popular subjects. That is my strategy for getting views. Also, like, give the people what they want, you know? Don't be clickbaity. I know, like, I teeter on clickbait here and there. Every YouTuber has to get you interested. But I still want to deliver on what I'm promising on the title, even if it's not the exact way you want. It's just stick to trending topics, interesting topics. On that, I don't know. I feel like I've gotten a rhythm now where, like, in my gut, I know what will be a good video and what will not. But there have been times where I make something I thought was going to be great, Nobody watched it. Then there was other times I put not as much effort in something I should have, and it blew up. So really, it's a mystery. It's a mystery. But the number one rule, any content creation, TikTok, YouTube, short form, long form, number one rule, watch time. How long you can keep someone watching throughout the course of the video. So you have to stick to brain rot. You have to stick to that Subway Surfer mentality, that quick thinking, that iPad kid type of attention span. You can't be too slow. On TikTok, I'm a whole different person because I'm just talking information. Here you go. All right, goodbye. YouTube, I'm a little laid back. I can put pauses in between. I can do some funny stuff. But if it gets boring, even YouTube, it'll hurt. So always keep it interesting. Don't do a lot of, hey guys, okay, so today, sorry, I had to do, like, you got to keep it going, yo. So there you go. Hopefully that helps somebody. It took 27 years to get a Sonic movie off the ground, and we are grateful. We live in the best timeline because we have a Sonic movie. Thank you for that. Chris, love the videos. Videos done since 2016. Love you, Unc. Well, love you too, Calle. Eric Calle. Ronaldo or Messi? Who's better at football? Buddy, you just asked me to give you a calculus answer. I don't know anything about Ronaldo or Messi. I go Ronaldo, though. I don't know. I've literally never seen any of them play. Sorry. Hey, 3C, I just wanted to say, keep being awesome. It's been a rough month, but I've watched your videos. It helps me be calm and move forward. Oh, well, thank you for that. Thank you. That means a lot to me. I hope you get through it, man. We all go through tough times, and we'll be okay. Together, we'll be okay. Have you seen the first episode of Doom Prophecy? No, and I don't really plan to. If I end up watching that, it's going to be when the whole series is out and done. But right now, it's not something I'm really into or wanting to watch. Just it's not for me right now. I'm excited for Doom Part 3. Angel the Gaming Storm. I hope that is in roofies or in some other currency, because oh my goodness, my friend, you did not have to send me almost $200. I owe you now. Name your price on what you want, and I will get it to you. Do you want my Smile 2 package? You want one of my PR packages? That is too much money to send me, my friend. I really appreciate it, but oh my goodness, lordy, wardy. I'm just going to take this moment. Angel the Gaming Storm. You are a Chad Alpha person, and you should be loved for all time. We're going to have a moment of silence for Angel the Gaming Storm. Very good, very good. I hope I'm so excited for the Sonic movie or 3, and I got my Shadow costume, and I'm ready for the movie on December 20th. And the final trailer will be coming on next Monday. I hope you have a great day, and movie Shadow will be sad. Will be sad. Chaos Control. Oh, I can't wait. I really hope we do get that Shadow movie. I know they said there was a rumor going around if the movie does well, they'll do a Shadow spin-off movie. That movie is going to do well. I don't see how it doesn't do well. And then we get in that Shadow movie, and that's going to be something else. Thank you again for the love and support on the channel. Elliot here sends in, hey Chris, so turns out I'm gonna be able to stay up for the live stream. The Lion King to me is what Looney Tunes is for you. It's one IP I'll watch everything to do with because of how much it means to me. Oh, that's nice. Did you ever watch did Timon and Pumbaa? I think they had their own Disney show at one point, right? There was like a period in time where Disney was giving shows to all these iconic characters. There was like a Tarzan show. I watched that. The Hercules show when he was like a kid and scrawny. I watched that. I'm pretty sure there was like a Timon and Pumbaa one too, right? Well, thank you. Hey, that's good to love things. Hey, Chris, did you know there is a Stitch anime? I did not know there is a Stitch anime. I have to see what this looks like. What is a Stitch anime? Well, let me do Google. Stitch anime. I know. Oh, like this? Is this it? Stitch. Stitch all. Oh, there is a Japanese Stitch. What the heck? When did this come out? It was in the seasons. Whoa, I never heard of this. Is this what it looks like? Is this recent? Whoa, that looks like something out of Dragon Ball Z, man. I might have to check that out. That is pretty interesting. I like how the alien characters look exactly the same, but then everybody else looks like they belong in an anime. Thank you for that. I did not know this existed. Best trilogy ever has to be the Fred movies. I still never saw, excuse me, any of the Fred movies. If you guys don't know, legendary YouTuber who I never watched, but I still was mind blown when this person was like the #1 YouTuber of all time, and they made 3 Fred movies. I hope he's got good money. John Cena was in them. All this stuff was happening. Dude, I gotta ask John Cena one day if I ever meet him. What was it like being in the Fred movies? What did you learn from that? Crazy times, crazy times. Hey, Unc, love your videos since 2016. Keep up the good work. Well, thank you, Eric Kaye, for saying that twice. It means a lot. One mutant I think should get more spotlight in the MCU is X-Men Colossus. He's mostly just been a supporting role. Barely any scenes in original Fox trilogy, and I think he's such a cool character. Colossus is cool. I remember when he showed up in the second X-Men movie, and he's like helping Wolverine when the mansion gets invaded. I was like, that guy's so cool. He's so cool. But then the Russian Deadpool version was pretty cool too. Pretty cool. If you had the chance to remake any horror movie, which would you choose and why? Well, I mean, I want a new Nightmare on Elm Street, but I wouldn't do a remake. I don't want remakes. I want new ideas, right? Or do something new with the character. So, Nightmare on Elm Street, baby. I just been dying for a new Freddy Krueger story. Something fun in that universe would be cool, but dude, they're just holding on to them rights. Just holding on to them rights. Dallas Dupree Young as Miles Morales. I do not know who Dallas Dupree Young is. Dallas Dupree Young. Oh, Kenny. I do know who Kenny is. Oh, Kenny. Yeah, but they got to move quick, man. These kids, they age fast. And, dude, I don't think he's looking like a kid anymore. He looking like he gonna call me Lapusso and then make me drink something that's gonna make me crap my pants. That would be cool though. But does he have any Hispanic in him? I mean, as a Latino, I would want some Hispanic in my Miles Morales. I need to hear his Spanish. He's 5'7". He is not my height because I'm 7 feet. But if I was short, that would be my height. Hey, moving on. Moving on. But yeah, I would not mind that. I would not mind that. All right. Marry, Kiss, Kill. MC. Main characters. Oh, okay. Chucky, Andy, Nika, Jake. Well, what the heck? Oh, okay. Of Chucky. Sorry. Andy, Nika, Jake. Okay. So I'm killing Jake. No offense, Jake, but Jake is batting for my side, but I am not batting for Jake's side. So Jake would enjoy me, but I don't think I'd enjoy Jake very much, unfortunately. So Jake, I'm taking you out, buddy. Then I have Andy and Nick. Oh my goodness, I didn't realize. I decided to choose the one minor. Well, it's adult Andy then. I'm going with adult Andy. I'm not going with kid Andy for obvious reasons. I'm kissing Andy just because I grew up watching Andy. I know his pain and his suffering. And I'm marrying Nika. With or without the wheelchair, I'll take care of you. I dug myself in a hole there. Let's just move on past that, guys. I sent 2 posts to you on your work account. One is to me, is the best shot for any trailer in my opinion. And other are the new Mufasa bio posters. Oh, okay. There's a new Mufasa. You know, I'm getting more interested in Mufasa by the day because I was thinking about it the other day with how much I've been complaining about not wanting How to Train Your Dragon to be a shot-for-shot remake, which the director recently came out and said it's not. So that's good to know. And then the Moana movie. The Mufasa movie is doing what I'm asking for. It's creating a new story within that world of those characters. It's the backstory of Mufasa, and that hasn't really been done before. I don't know if I'm going to love it all that much, but that's kind of what I would like to see. And there was rumors that the live-action Hercules movie might actually be told from the perspective of Hades. And, oh, man. I was like, but I want Hercules to be the main character. I like Hercules. But Hades is cool. So we'll see. We'll see. But yeah, very nice. Thank you. Controversies aside, do you think live-action Snow White will be successful? I think, yeah, to a point. I know there's the loud people that really hate Rachel Zegler and just all that stuff. But at the end of the day, it's freaking live action Snow White. Like, this is one of the most iconic princesses. I think it's going to make some money out there. And I'll be honest, as someone who doesn't care about the controversies one way or another, I think it looks interesting. I think it looks fine. I think there was a new trailer that just leaked online. It's not officially released, so I can't show it. But the leaked trailer, actually, I was like, oh, this could be some. This could be some. I don't know. It's hard to pretend for a Disney princess when I'm all not that excited either way. But I did like Snow White as a kid. I thought those dwarfs were fun. 3C Films, Cobra Kai Season 6, Part 2 was crazy. There's definitely crazy. I think after the stream, I'm going to record my spoiler review on, or I could just do it right now since we're done with topic. You know what? Right now, Cobra Kai Season 6, Part 2 spoiler review. Let's get into it here. So let me pull up a photo and I'll just get into it. So yes, I binged the Cobra Kai episodes. And look, just to reemphasize where I stand on Cobra Kai, I think that first season is the best remake or retelling, reboot, whatever you want to call it, of an old property ever. That first season was amazing. The way they interweaved it with Daniel San and Daniel LaRusso, and they had this bully story with Miguel and then his son, like, honestly, so perfect in a way to pay homage to the last one and all that. And then every season from there has gotten more elaborate, more flashbacks, more characters from the past. We went from John Kreese to Silver, and then this character and that character, and a lot of it was interesting and done super well. Towards the last couple seasons, things have gotten little exaggerated, little crazy. What used to be a show about a guy teaching another guy how to not get bullied at school and fight his bullies has now become a high-stakes world champion tournament in another country, and some things get so exaggerated. So while I'm still liking these, Cobra Kai has its moments where it makes me cringe, where it makes me go, this feels like Disney Channel. And I know that, like, some people hate when you bring up that stuff. He's like, hey, no, it's not. You're lying. Because some people grow so attached to this brand. But a couple of things before I get into the positives, right? Okay, one thing. They do the nostalgia thing again by bringing back another character from the old Karate Kid movies. And I had my jaw to the ground when they brought back this random person to be part of Cobra Kai Season 6. I'm trying to see if I can even... This is how hard it's going to be, because you can't even find a photo or image, because it's the last person you would suspect to be part of this movie. So there is a fight early on in let me see here. I just got to find the exact moment. Fight. Let's see. I'm going to find it because it's fight in the shop. I'll just say shop. That'll probably do it. Okay. So there is this scene in Karate Kid Part 3, and Daniel's son gets jumped by a couple of people. I'm trying to find the exact guy. That's how hard it is. Anyways, there is a random goon from this movie that Daniel fought all those years ago. I bet you he's never even thought of this guy, never even wondered about him. Okay, there we go. Here's the three goons. Not him. I'm trying to find the right one without getting copy striked. This guy, the guy he just said, where are you going? They found that actor and they brought him back. This no-faced, he doesn't even have a name in Karate Kid 3, and yet he shows up as a surprise cameo in Cobra Kai Season 6 Part 2 as a silver person. And he even has a Cobra Kai tattoo, and all his life for the past 30 years, he's obsessed over getting revenge. Daniel, dude, come on. That is an even interesting cameo, nostalgia bait. That is now reaching. We have run out of people from the Cobra Kai Miyagi-verse to pull in that they brought this random guy. I thought that was funny, okay? So there was that. Then they did something that I'm mixed on for a couple of reasons. They brought back, they did a deep fake. Let me see. Let's see. Cobra Kai... CGI, I guess, is what I'm gonna put, and it'll probably pop up. In Cobra Kai, they brought back Mr. Miyagi through CGI. I don't know how I felt about that. I hope that they got the people's permission to do that, and they had this moment in there. It just felt so random to me. I didn't mind the younger version where he's beating up Daniel's son, But it's just it's this obsession that Daniel has with Mr. Miyagi that it's getting overplayed to the point that people make fun of it now, where like Daniel overglazes Miyagi. I get respecting and loving him because we all love Mr. Miyagi, but to this level is crazy, and they keep finding these weird avenues into Mr. Miyagi's past that he accidentally killed somebody at the Sekai Taikai tournament years ago. So it's just all that kind of stretching that I'm like, okay, it's a little much. Putting that aside, though, I think they still find ways to keep it interesting and on my feet. Because, for one, a character I thought I wasn't going to like and I thought was stupid was this guy, Axel, who, let me just tell you, as soon as he came up and was doing everything, I immediately got vibes of Ivan Drago from Rocky 4. Just his demeanor, his way of walking, like he's this unbreakable super guy. That's what he felt like. He's like, I will break you, Daniel-san. Like, it was such a cool part. It was a little weird that he had this beef with Miguel without even speaking to him, all because he wanted to kiss his girlfriend and got rejected. Like, but I thought he was cool. I also like the girl that's on his team. She's very pretty, but I thought she was cool, and the way they were setting them up. The thing that surprised me the most about this season that I loved is the whole epic battle where everybody starts fighting towards the end of the season. I'm trying to see if there's like an exact thing I can find, but there's a part where they just let loose and everybody starts fighting everybody. And it was honestly a clever way to get some fights and see people doing it, people like matching up against each other without having to properly be in the tournament. Because then they could play dirty. Then you also have teachers against teachers and whatnot. So I thought that was cool. I thought that was awesome, the way that they did that battle where everyone was just fighting out of nowhere. And then things got crazy to where, let me see, one of the characters that they've been building up as this big bad guy ends up dying on a knife. So Carice has had this knife this whole season talking about sentimental value, and he was just going to use it to stab Silver and get revenge. And well, it dropped on the floor during the rumble where everybody was. And then one of the Cobra Kai villains ends up dying, and I was kind of surprised. I was like, dang, when have we ever had a death in Cobra Kai like that and there's blood on the floor? And it's so funny because people's like, bro really died for a karate tournament. Like, when you go back and put everything in a perspective and how they treat this tournament like it's the end of the world or nothing will ever be the same without it, you go, this is just a random karate tournament. The guy just lost his life. You know, hey, Dimitri's still going to MIT, so there's that. There was that. I like how they were able to get Kenny back in because I felt he deserved it after he was cheated out of his position. I'm still liking it. I'm just up and down. I more just want to see how this all ends and where it goes. I'm still invested, but there are just tiring things about it. Like, there's still moments of this season where Daniel and freaking Johnny are still fighting with one another. They're still bickering. I'm like, guys, are we not over this already? I get you don't like each other, but the constant back and forth and the fighting to apologizing to being friends to working together, doing all that. It's just like, it's such a roller coaster where it gets tiresome. And it's like, can we not move forward from this and do something else? I like how they had that subplot where Daniel got kidnapped and he was able to fight. Because anytime you could see Daniel fight, I like, because he's the original Karate Kid. But, you know, stuff like that gets a little tiresome. But overall, I like it. I thought it was cool. I can't wait to see how it all ends. They also did finally confirm, since they have that Karate Kid movie up and coming, Karate Kid Legends, they let us know after Cobra Kai ends, this movie will begin 3 years later. So this movie takes place 3 years after Cobra Kai, and it will connect. They went from the movie's not connected to Cobra Kai to now there is going to be a connection. My theory is that what if Miyagi, the person Mr. Miyagi killed, was actually Mr. Han's brother? Dude, that would be crazy. And now Mr. Han is going to meet freaking Daniel-san, the guy who was trained by the guy who killed his brother. Tension. I don't know. That'd be a kind of cool thing to do. But yeah, you guys let me know. Let's move forward now. I like how, as I was talking about Cobra Kai, the views were just going down and down on this live stream. Let me talk Cobra Kai, guys. Let me talk Cobra Kai. It only happens when I talk Cobra Kai and Dragon Ball Z. I got to build those fan bases or something, man. All right. Let's do this. Just sent my artisan profile to your second Twitter if you're interested. Okay, I'll check it out to see if we can work together and we can do some fancy work. I appreciate that, my friend. Thank you, Lois Clark. Hey, Chris, thanks for what you do. It's my birthday today. My name is Jackson. Been watching you for a long time. TMNT News, live next week. Always live. Well, Thanksgiving, Friday. Yes, I will still be live. Maybe I'll dress like a turkey. We could do something fun. It'll be after Thanksgiving, though, so would it make sense? Yes, I'll still do it. Okay. TMNT News, no, I'm waiting for some live action Ronin updates, man. I want to see what's going on with that franchise. And well, happy birthday, Jackson. Thank you so much for watching, my friend. Did you hear Ghostface and MK1? You should play. I did see, and I'm liking seeing all the clips and all that. It's pretty cool that they got him in there. I even like the little animation of him showing up in the world. I love Ghostface, man. I love Ghostface. Ryan Reynolds shared new Deadpool Christmas special behind the scenes. Yeah, we talked about that. We'll see if it ends up being anything. My fear is that it's just a random commercial to keep promoting Deadpool and Wolverine. I would love it if it's a surprise Christmas special on Disney+. Ninjago has 16 seasons. Any 3C lore on TV movies from each? Cartoon Network, Nick, and Disney? Who is that in the background? Wish you Merry Christmas. Dang, you just scared me. I'm like, who's that in the background? That's Ghostface, baby. That's Ghostface in the background. Okay, growing up, it was Cartoon Network, Nickelodeon, Disney. That was my watch. If Cartoon Network was my main thing to watch, nothing was on there, I'd go to Nickelodeon. Nothing was on there, I'd get desperate and go to Disney. All right, I'm sorry, that's just the way I went. Cartoon Network just had more of the things I like. Dexter's Laboratory, Ed, Edd n Eddy, Courage the Cowardly Dog, Johnny Bravo, so many, all that old stuff. And I did like cartoons more than like live action shows. But if I did want that, Nick had it, right? They had Zoe 101, Ned's Declassified, which has now been ruined for me because of those guys in their podcast, just letting every little detail out. And then Disney, I just could tell a difference in quality sometimes from the Nick and Disney shows. I didn't like how over fake happy the Disney shows were with the laughing tracks and all that, but it was still fun. I mean, I had like That's So Raven on there. Trying to think. Phil the Future. I was a big Phil the Future fan. I liked Phil the Future. Let's see. Also, Kendrick album, Sing Gladiator right now. Well, I hope you're enjoying Gladiator, my friend. And yes, I got to listen to that Kendrick album. Did you have any good self-improvement tips? Man, I need those tips myself, buddy. If you can hand them my way, give them to me. Sunscreen on the daily. You're gonna love it when you're older. That's the one thing I've learned. Sunscreen on the daily. Make sure it's a good brand. It'll keep you looking younger and nicer. Obviously, drink water, which is something I do. Not as much as I should, though. I should drink more water. I drink water, but not enough. Like this. This was the bottle I grabbed in the morning, and I've only drank half of it. So drink more water, guys. Okay. Other self-improvement tips I'm trying to think of. Just be the best you can be. Bet you never heard that one. Okay. The hierarchy of power of Disney is about to change. Oh, it sure is, buddy. Dwayne is going to change it up as live action Maui. 3D animated movies becoming live action has me worried. If they ever make Finding Nemo in live action, it's going to be terrifying. Same as Shrek. And see, those will be the dumbest ones. Not Shrek, but Nemo. Because it would be another Lion King situation. Fishes are some of the least emoting creatures on this planet. You could look at a fish. You don't know if it's scared, if it's happy, if it's horny. You don't know anything when you look at a fish. It just... Doing Finding Nemo with live action? Hell, baby. Hell. Not gonna happen. No, I would not. Shrek, on the other hand, that's the one I'm gonna excuse just because that could be so freaking funny to just adapt Shrek in live action. How would you make the ogre look? All the other fairy tale creatures, the far, far away, all that. Go ahead, man. Who would you take on a 2-week road trip? Okay, Deadpool, Chucky, John Wick. Oh, Ace Ventura. I think he would annoy the crap out of me, But dude, I just love Ace Ventura. He'd be so funny, and he would talk to animals, and we would rescue animals on this road trip. Ace Ventura, without a doubt. John Wick would be so quiet. He'd be, can we stop by the Buc-ee's? Yeah, I'm thinking we need gas. That's my John Wick. Thoughts on the second Minecraft movie trailer? I'm actually really hyped for it. I like the second Minecraft trailer. I posted a video on it with the SideFlick, and I'm not a big hater on that movie. I know it's like the cool thing to hate it and call it trash and garbage. I think it looks fun. I don't see why some people are getting so worked up. Maybe if I loved Minecraft to death and that universe was my thing growing up, I'd be more critical, like the way I am with Spider-Man. But this, I'm like, I don't care either way, and it looks fun, so I'm gonna watch it. Yeah. Marcus Cento just sends in some Centino sends in $1.99. Thank you so much. Lastly, just want to say have a great weekend, and we next week, Chris and Chet. Yes, as a turkey. Fave Spider-Man movie of all time and cartoon. Favorite Spider-Man movie of all time? Spider-Man 2 with Tobey Maguire. I know, cliche, right? And cartoon, I don't know if you mean the animated movie, but if you mean the animated movie, I liked Across the Spider-Verse more than Into the Spider-Verse. But the cartoon show, I like the 90s one, but Spectacular Spider-Man. I just like Spectacular Spider-Man a lot. Pretty please. Say, Lord Farquaad, Lord Farquaad, Lord Farquaad, Lord Farquaad, Lord Farquaad. Okay. Fave horror movie in 2020s. Love your videos. Oh, the favorite horror. Okay, Heretic. That's another one I had to miss because I was getting my brother around when he broke his arm. But dude, Heretic's got to be one of my favorite movies of this year. Love that movie so much. I'm trying to think of the other like 2020 horror movies that have come out. What's another good one of the 2020s? Let's pull up some 2020 horror movies. See what we got going on here. Okay. 2020s horror movies. Okay. Host was pretty good. Scoop, no. Cuckoo, Trap. I like Smile 2 a lot. I don't know if I want to say that's my favorite, though. Malignant, I'm not gonna lie, I like Malignant a lot, guys. James Wan cooked with Malignant. I know that's a controversial one, so I'm adding Malignant to that list because I loved how kooky and crazy that was. Trying to see first Smile. Terrifier. I'd go Terrifier 2 on that one. Yeah, I like Terrifier 2. I'm trying to see if like there's any other good ones in the year 2020. Definitely Not Afraid. Definitely Not Afraid. There's been a lot of interesting ones that have come. Invisible Man, it's 2020, right on the mark. Invisible Man, yes. Between X and Pearl, I'm gonna go X because I liked X a lot. Talk to Me, that was another one that I thought was really good. Yeah, there's some good ones. I like Scream 5 and 6. I don't love them as much as like the other trilogy. I still really like them, but I'd pick 5 over 6. I just wish 6 nailed the ending, man. If 6 nailed the ending, it'd be one of my favorite Scream movies. So yeah, good stuff, good stuff. There you go. Any updates on the live-action Danny Phantom? Oh, I think we heard a couple weeks ago that that was like misinformation or that wasn't right. I hope it's still happening, man. I need live-action. You have no idea how much money that could make. Live-action Danny Phantom would be so cool, but so far, no updates. No updates. Jonathan Majors lawsuit drop. Kang return. Okay, so I did see this, and there is some misinformation on this going around. So everybody knows with the Jonathan Majors situation, right? So Jonathan Majors, who was playing Kang in the MCU and all that, and then he was arrested because he essentially it was for suspected domestic abuse on his girlfriend at the time. They went to court, and then he was found guilty of the assault. So that court case already happened and is finished. The thing going around right now about the dropped lawsuit, see, here it is. Jonathan Majors' ex-girlfriend settles assault and defamation lawsuit. So the lawsuit was actually for defamation. She was going to sue Jonathan Majors for ruining her character, which is what defamation is. Like if I got someone, like if I right now said, I don't know, Sonic kills babies. Well, Sonic now can, sue me for defamation because that's a lie and I have no proof, and that would probably hurt his career and get him canceled, and he'd be kicked out of Sonic 4, right? Well, she dropped the defamation lawsuit, so it has nothing to do with what he was already convicted for, which was the assault. So he still was found guilty for assault. That hasn't changed. He just now isn't being sued for defamation. So I don't think a return for him as Kang is happening because he's still found guilty of that other thing. So yeah, that's what was going around. But that's because people they just post that instead of like getting into details of what it was and all that. His first lawsuits, that's settled, that's done. Where he was found guilty. This is a whole different thing. So yeah. All right, what the Beyond title meant in Spider-Verse 3. Oh, I'm curious, man, whether that means live action or they go further into the multiverse, whatever that means. I am down for it, baby. You the GOAT, please shout out my friend Abby from Dundee. Abby from Dundee, shout it out. Any news on the Bendy movie other than hearing about the director? That's all that we've gotten so far. No updates. I'm thinking they're just filming the movie, and we probably won't get anything until next year. Can keep things hush hush, All right. Let's see. Hoping Sonic 3 is dedicated to Akira Toriyama. I'm confused. Why would it be? Did Akira do something that I don't know with Sonic 3? I'm curious about that. Interesting. How many movies do you watch a week on average? Ooh, at least 6 or 5. At least 6 or 5. It's not the movie because I like to get in the habit of watching a movie at least once a night before bed and things like that, seeing what's up. But sometimes it's like I can't even find what to watch. But I'd say at least 5 a week. 5 a week. What director you want to see do a Marvel project? I would want Quentin Tarantino. Ooh, Quentin Tarantino Punisher would be awesome. I would love a Quentin Tarantino Punisher movie. What director would I want to see do a Marvel project? Jordan Peele, Ghost Rider. I know people say Blade. Jordan Peele, Ghost Rider would be cool. I'm trying to think of other directors I really like who I would want to see. James Wan, because he has a career. Oh, he already did the Aquaman movies, so it'd be weird if he does more comic book movies. I'm trying to think of like who else. You don't want to go for like Christopher Nolan. He already did the Batman movies too. Matt Reeves just did the Batman as well. Fede Alvarez, Ghost Rider would be cool. Fede Alvarez would be cool. James Cameron. I still remember hearing those details about his canceled Spider-Man movie, and I'm like, dude, that would have been a wild film. Honestly, Michael Bay, and what's a crazy character that would Michael Bay in like a Lobo movie would be crazy. Denny Villeneuve. Now you got to pick a good Denny Villeneuve, Batman Beyond, just because of what he did with Blade Runner and how that world looked. Ooh, imagine his Batman Beyond, dude. Okay, glad Deadpool and Wolverine keep the tradition. I know you said Marvel project, though. Sorry. Deadpool and Wolverine keep the tradition alive, or messy timeline. The messy timeline is still very much relevant with Deadpool and Wolverine. They kept that tradition alive. They were just going with it. Thanks for taking a picture with me at the Sonic Expo. Oh, no problem, my friend. And that vlog with you in it, because I recognize your face, and that's a good pizza behind you, will be up Sunday. I was trying to post it when I got this PR package, and I was trying to get my Sega Genesis all set up and do all that, but then when the other YouTubers figured out what the Sega Genesis didn't feel like it was worthy part of the video. So the Sonic vlog now goes up Sunday before the next trailer. I wish for the Sonic 3 review film and edit yourself doing a Sonic spin with normal clothes across your room. I might actually do that. That would be so funny. Could I pull that off? I haven't, dude, I might break my neck. I used to do those rolls as a kid so much. I don't know if I could do that as an adult. There's things as an adult now you just can't do. And I think if I try to roll and put that much pressure on my neck, I will paralyze myself. I'm going to do it. Okay, I'll look into that. I don't hate the Jelly Roll song. It has a nice beat, but they could have gotten Imagine Dragons to make the Sonic 3 song. Yeah. I think their idea was just to go with an up and coming popular artist, and they had Kid Cudi money though on the last movie, and Kid Cudi was already popular, but Jelly Roll's up and coming. They're investing. They're investing. Did you see the Batman Beyond film? I saw snippets of it. I still have not seen the full thing, but man, the effort put into that is awesome. That is so cool how they did that, and I hope it breeds attention to get like a live an official movie made in Hollywood. I just saw Wicked, best movie of 2024. I don't know about best movie, but I liked it a lot more than I thought. I ended up enjoying that movie. I wasn't crazy about the hype or anything, but I had a good time watching that movie. I recommend it. Hey, Chris, you should do a movie podcast. I feel like these Friday streams are a little bit of my whatchamacallit, of me podcasting. I just don't know what I would do as a podcast. Because if it's news related, I already do that on the channel. So it'd have to be something else, Any suggestions for a movie podcast? You guys let me know. Have you seen Arcane yet? As season 2 is ending tomorrow. No, I have not. I need to get onto that because I hear great things about it. Do you want different heroes or villains to cameo in Fantastic Four? If so, who? Heroes, not so much, because I still think the Fantastic Four will be the only heroes of their universe, which is what they're setting up. But I think Dr. Doom, Robert Downey Jr. will be there as well. As far as villains, I like the Mole Man idea. Mole Man would be pretty cool. What MCU heroes could Michael Myers kill? Ooh, that's a good question. Well, Captain America, because he is just human, so a stab would be good. I know Captain America is cunning, but hey, Michael Myers has got his own strength. So I think he'd get Captain America by surprise. Trying to think of who else Michael Myers could actually kill. Happy Hogan. That would be easy. Friggin' Happy Ralph Boner would be done for. Hawkeye. Dude, Hawkeye, you're right. I could see Hawkeye standing 100 feet away, shooting arrow after arrow, and then by the time Michael Myers slowly reaches up to him, and he's got like 50 arrows covering his body, Michael and Hawkeye dead. There you go. Are we still getting a Resident Evil movie? They're saying they're making a new one, and it's not going to be connected to the last Resident Evil movie they made. So yeah, and I'm thinking it's because Sony or whoever owns the rights, they have to make a Resident Evil movie or else they lose the rights. So yeah. Yo, Chris, can I get a shout out? Also, did you see the new Dune series? What is your favorite theater? Mine's is Cinépolis Theater. Oh, that means you're probably in Mexico, Freddy Rocha. My Cinemark all the way. Not even because they sponsor me or whatnot. I just really do prefer Cinemark. No, I've not seen the Dune series, and I don't know if I'm going to, honestly. I'm more interested in the movies than what the show is setting up. Sequel to Summer of '84 or Child's Play 2019. Ooh, I did like Summer of '84, but Child's Play 19 would have just always been fun to see what they would have done with that universe. If you could direct a reboot of any franchise movie or show and bring your vision of it, which movie or show would it be? Also, give me more 3C lore. Oh, Ricky Torres. If I could reboot of any franchise or movie or show and bring your vision, which would it be? Oh, that's a toughie, my friend. Lately I've just because I still play Sparking Zero Dragon Ball, I'm thinking about how to do a Dragon Ball movie. I just want to crack that code because I think a Dragon Ball movie could just be so cool. I just want one done properly with today's visual effects and modern technology. Back to the Future is definitely one I think about. How do you reboot while keeping the old movies alive without ruining them? I know people are like, I don't want a new one, but I love Back to the Future so much. I would love for that. Other than that, like Nightmare on Elm Street, I think about also. And sometimes when I'm just driving and just quiet in the car because I'm a psychopath and don't listen to music as much anymore, how could I reboot that? Yes. And then I hit a small child on the way to McDonald's. Okay. If you shake the bomb, it'll make an explosion sound. Okay. What? Hang on. Wait. No. That was good. I've been waiting to figure out how to do that. Thank you for letting me know. España, last web, Spider-Man. McKenna Grace is a phenomenal actress, but you have to admit Isabella May resembles Neve a lot. I honestly think Isabella May resembles Kirby more than than Neve Campbell. But yeah, I mean, but if that's all you want is just them to look like the other actors, then I want the performance to be good and for it to be memorable, right? So, but we'll see. I think Isabella May have that in her. We'll see. What about Roar Moore? Oh yes, the new popcorn bucket. I forgot about that. What was it? Warhammer popcorn bucket. So this is part of a war. I thought it was the Lord of the Ring movie. Someone said Warhammer. Oh yes, dude. This thing is gonna be sick. I can't believe it. I'm not even that excited for the freaking Lord of the Rings movie, but this thing looks awesome. I cannot wait. They also got this. Sorry, I'm trying to get that thing off. Go to images. That's crazy. I could just imagine you could buy seats of the row in front of you and then a seat of the row behind you, and you could share popcorn with your friend. You could be, oh, you want some? Over your shoulder. They get some. And you put it back. Honestly, you know what I'm going to do? Since this comes out in December, I'm buying it. And then I'm going into Sonic 3. And I'm just going to pretend this hammer is Amy's hammer. Because I'm still thinking Amy's showing up in Sonic 3. That's right. Disgrace to the popcorn bucket. All right. Good stuff. Good stuff. Chris, why did Sony wait last minute to make Spider-Man 4? They had 4 years. They might be in danger in losing the rights if it gets delayed. Oh, no. They not. Because of movies like Morbius, Madam Web, Kraven the Hunter, Venom 3. It doesn't have to be a Spider-Man movie. It just has to be a Spider-Man related movie. And that's how they get away with it. That's how they can... This is their cheat code to be able to give time between their Spider-Man movies so they can figure out what they have to do instead of rushing the film into production. If they want to make Spider-Man 4 in like the year 2032, 2035, they can. They just got to keep making these crappy spin-off movies in between so they don't lose the rights. So, if anything, they're perfectly safe. Like, once Kraven finishes, the clock resets. Then they have another 4 years right there after that. And within that time, they're going to be working on the next Spider-Man movie. So, that's honestly the real reason they probably make these Sony spin-off movies is so it gives them a little time in between the real Spider-Man film. Hey, Chris, big fan since Child's Play reboot. Are they going to make a reboot of Nightmare on Elm Street? And if so, who do you want to see play Freddy? I'd like an unknown, just someone who's a really great actor, an unknown that you can make famous. Focus maybe on the star power with the other supporting characters, the leads and final girls and all that. But the real reboot that we last heard is, okay, the rights are with the Wes Craven estate, but they are apparently wanting way too much money for the movie, to make the movie and to do all this, and that's what's holding it up. And so I think sometimes they forget that although these are very popular, well-known characters, it's not a guarantee that they're moneymakers. Look at Chucky. Chucky's movies actually don't make that much money when they go to theaters. If you look at Megan or Annabelle, Megan and Annabelle has made way more money in the box office than Chucky ever did. Sometimes these characters that are well-known and beloved, they don't make money as much in the box office. So I think they're overvaluing Nightmare on Elm Street, although it's my favorite brand of all time, like horror movie-wise. If it doesn't make that much money, you can't expect a studio to pull out millions and millions just to even start making the movie, right? So that's the main holdup we hear, is that the people owning it want too much money to make the movie. All right. I kid you not, Dallas Dupree Young went to my high school. Yo, you know Kenny? That's dope. That's dope. You just brought Diddy out the shadows, Kid Andy. Have you seen Yellow Jackets on Showtime? Season 3 is coming out on Valentine's Day. I think you would really love the series. Would love your take. I do watch Yellow Jackets. I've seen the first 2 seasons. I like the show. I like the premise. There is one thing that bothers me about the show is that they drag their mystery. I understand building suspense and doing something that entertains, but lately, lately, or just what I've noticed from the show is that they just drag whatever they're building up to at the end of the season, and it's not that satisfying, and it's only a build up for something else next season, and that's gotten a little tiresome with me with the Yellow Jackets. Although I really like it and I still want to find out more, they're just they're just dangling the mystery a little too much without providing enough answers to keep it satisfying and get me glued in. So season 3 is going to be my make or break season, where I either keep watching Yellow Jackets or I give up. Have you seen Fire Country on your spare time? No. I'm sorry, Andrew. If it's good, is the country fire? Let me know. Also, question: do you watch Big Thing with Christian Harloff? Would you ever want to be a guest on it? Oh, I've watched Christian since his AMC days or his Collider days. I respect and like Christian. I wouldn't mind. Yeah. I don't think I've seen it. I think I'll watch on certain topics. Like, I think it's usually Star Wars stuff is like where I'll go to Christian, because he seems very Star Wars minded. He's a big fan, and that's where I'm like, what do Star Wars fans think of this? That's where I'll go to a Christian video. I do watch his out of theater reactions, which, hey, Christian, if you're watching this, buddy, we need to get you a Deji mic or something else. I love you, dude. Way too much background noise and your out of theater reactions. We need to quiet them down and get you a lapel mic or something, buddy. How about a cameo? Oh, okay, I'll take a cameo, Ninja Boy. You don't think I have a face enough to be a star? Have you seen the UK In-Betweeners? I recommend it. No, I have not. I think there's a lot of good UK stuff, right? I think people like Skins too. In-Betweeners, that sounds interesting. Okay. I saw Shane Dawson's new conspiracy video about AI taking over, and it's actually very crazy. People watch. And how do you think the world will end? Whoa, heavy-handed. Dude, I probably shouldn't admit this, but I think growing up, and this will be a fun game, so that way we're not all alone. I think growing up, we all watched content creators that we thought were funny and hilarious at the time, and then we realized they're kind of maybe. I'm ashamed to tell people I watched that. I know for my sisters, my younger sisters, they would watch freaking Miranda Sings, right? And they'd watch her that whatever girl with the red lipstick on or whatever she would do. They'd watch that. As a kid, when I was younger, I'll watch some Shane Dawson. I found Shane Dawson very funny. And then when his whole thing got revealed and stuff like that, I just I couldn't be in on it anymore. But I actually used to be a really big Shane Dawson fan, and I'm a little ashamed. Maybe one day you guys will say that about me. I used to watch 3C. Yeah, I know, embarrassing, right? But he had cringy, funny opinions sometimes. You never know, right? I may have crazy secrets under my belt. All right, let's move forward. All right. Got out boot camp. Thanks for all my movie news. But off topic, how was Terrifier 3? Terrifier 3 is awesome. I dug it. I was, when I first saw it, I complained a little bit about how little they added to the lore. But now I'm at the point where I'm I guess I'm enjoying the little bit of nuggets that they're including, because it's changing my context and view of the other films already. So it's nice that they have a plan. So I'm enjoying it. Yeah. Hi, Chris. Rank these pre-MCU movies: Spider-Man 1, Fantastic Four, Ghost Rider, Punisher, Daredevil, Blade, and Hulk. Have a great weekend. This was my childhood. This was my MCU before the MCU was a thing. I like this list. Okay. Bottom of the bottom. Okay. I'll be honest with you. It's been way too long since I've seen Blade. So I'm not even going to count Blade in this, because I know it's probably a good movie, but it's been way too long since I've seen it. It's not fresh in my memory. All these other movies I saw much more repeatedly. Surprisingly, Punisher a lot. Okay, at the bottom, I'm putting Hulk. I like Hulk. I think that 2003 movie, visual effects wise, still looks pretty good. I like those effects on Hulk have actually gone well, but those comic book transitions and goofy pauses, and it's like a point the Hulk is beating up a dog and punches him in the balls. And I wasn't a big fan of the villain at the end and the confusing story they did with Hulk, but there was actually some things in 2003 Hulk I thought were cool. Then I'm gonna go Daredevil. I am gonna defend Daredevil. I actually like that movie. I know it's goofy and corny, but you know what? Sometimes comic book movies need to be goofy and corny, and that's fine. I love the way they did his powers, the look of the film. I thought the suit is cool. Still the best Daredevil suit we've gotten. Yeah, I said it. I like the vision scene where we actually see how he sees the world. The Daredevil is great. It's got its flaws, but I think it's great. Next up, I'm going Ghost Rider. Again, those visual effects hold up. You watch Ghost Rider and his flame head, that's cool. Plus, it's Nicolas Cage. That's awesome. Great movie, right? Then I'm going to go, I think I should go Punisher. Although I like that Punisher movie way more than some people. That Thomas Jane Punisher movie slaps. That's the movie that made me love the Punisher. It's because of that movie I later went on to buy Punisher comics, whether like Punisher Year One, the Garth Ennis series, all that, Punisher Max. I love the Punisher because of that movie. I think that is just a cool film. John Travolta is the bad guy in there. I like that movie. Fantastic Four and Spider-Man 1. There you go. Did you see that AMC revealed Lord of the Rings anime popcorn bucket? I did. It's pretty cool. The popcorn bucket. I can't wait what the next year is going to bring for popcorn buckets because this year was too insane. Too insane. All right. Is there any specific stories you wish could be adapted for Tom's current Spider-Man? Personally, I would want to see Kraven's Last Hunt. Kraven's Last Hunt is pretty good. I would like to see, out of all the... Well, Spider-Man Blue wouldn't work because he doesn't have a Gwen Stacy. Although they could do his own version of Spider-Man Blue now that he's like not with MJ and doesn't have to be dead. But Spider-Man Blue would be kind of a cool story. Just Spider-Man kind of feeling his love for someone that's gone now and things like that. Spider-Man Blue would be cool. I'm trying to think of what other storylines I would want to see done. The Black Suit, definitely. That Black Suit story I think would be cool, but they're saving that for Secret Wars as opposed. Kraven's Last Hunt is like the ultimate one that people want to see, just because I think that'd be a good one to see Spider-Man get hunted down. I don't want the Mephisto story where he gets to Mephisto. They kind of did that in No Way Home, their own version of it, where he gets Mephisto to get everyone to forget his identity. I still can't believe they actually did that. But I want an introduction of Gwen Stacy. I want Green Goblin in there. I just want some more classic Spider-Man elements thrown in. You know, Clone Saga, let's just do it, man. You're right. Clone Saga. I'm not crazy either about the Dr. Octopus storyline where Dr. Octopus takes over Spider-Man's body. I know people love that. I just, maybe I need to give it a chance. I'll admit I've never read that, the Superior Spider-Man, but I don't get how people love that. Does Dr. Octopus being Spider-Man and that run? I don't get how that's appealing. I don't know. But the Clone Saga, sure. Can't mess it up more, right? Live action Dragon Ball Dreamcast, The Rock as Nappa, Master Roshi, Ken Jeong, Frieza, Bill Skarsgård, Goku, and Vegeta is tough one. Maybe I thought you were about to say Josh Hutcherson. Who's Josh Hudson? Josh Hudson? Hudson. No, let's see. That just brings up Josh Hutcherson. Who's Josh Hudson? Did I spell the... Oh, Josh. Yeah, Josh Hudson. What? I'm so confused. Is there someone I'm missing? I don't see the Josh Hudson. Okay. But no, those are interesting picks. The Rock is Nappa. He would never do it just because he's a minor side character and dies. And I would also rather The Rock be Hercule. I think he would be better as Hercule as opposed to Nappa. Thoughts on Heretic ending? Did she die in the end? I think it's open to interpretation to where, yeah, she maybe died based on things she said, but if you want to believe she lived, that could happen too. It's honestly up to you. The ending was the weakest part of the Heretic, but everything before that, loved it. Loved it. Hear me out. Corey Cunningham, actor in Scream. Honestly, no. That's maybe fine for the old head. Oh, this Corey. Sorry, I was thinking of Corey Feldman. Corey Cunningham. Yes, yes, actually yes. See, these are the casting choices that would get me excited. Corey Cunningham. We were just talking about the Heretic and that actress. I'm sorry, I can't remember her name. She's also in Yellow Jackets. Sophia Thatcher. Sophia Thatcher would be a name that would get me excited for Scream 7. That'd be someone that'd be like, yes, please. I'm trying to think of like who else is like in recent horror movies. Mia Goth would be awesome, but it also has to be. Oh, Ella Purnell would be pretty cool. I would like Ella Purnell. A lot of good faces. A lot of good faces. Okay, let's go. If Marvel made a new Ghost Rider movie, who are some actors you could see playing him, and would you want to be Danny Ketch or Donnie? I want Johnny Blaze. Johnny Blaze would be my preferred pick, but which one's the Latino Ghost Rider again? I forget his name. Is that Danny? No, it's not Danny. Hispanic Ghost Rider. Just because, lately, Robbie Reyes. There we go. Forgot about it. But Johnny Blaze would be my pick, preferably. And then who would I want to play? I know a lot of people want the guy who plays Daryl in The Walking Dead. But no, Norman Reedus, I don't know. Just because he rides a motorcycle in the long hair. Glenn, whatchamacallit? Dude, freaking Ken. What's his name? His name is slipping my mind right now. You guys are about to say it in the chat. Ryan Gosling. There we go. Ryan Gosling. Yeah, that's who I would want. But it'd be such a tough get. Dragon Ball turned 40th 2 days ago. Rock the dragon. Dragon. Rock the Dragon Ball. Any updates on the Barney movie with Daniel Kaluuya? No, I think the pandemic kind of ruined a lot of that. Whenever things like that started happening, or the Hollywood strike also killed a lot of projects. I don't even know if that's still happening. But if it does, I'm so curious to what that'll end up looking like. What's your thoughts on Howard the Duck? I think it was a weird movie. Duck titties. That's all I'll say. It's because Dragon Ball was the inspiration of Sonic. Oh, I did not know that. Is that like actual official? Is that fan theories? I can see why there would be that, but is that official? Or is that a fan theory, Have you seen Hysteria on Peacock? It's good. Oh, okay. What's Hysteria? Let me see. Hysteria. Is it a show or is it a movie? Hysteria. Peacock. Oh, with Bruce Campbell. Let me just pull up the thing. I might check it out just for Bruce Campbell's in it, man. That looks good. It's a show. Interesting. Well, thank you for that. I still need to watch From and all these other shows people recommend. Teacup also, Chris, you gotta hop on Mortal Kombat. They added Ghostface. I did hear. I do gotta hop on it. Him and Ghostface. Are you an MMPR fan? I know it's old news, but I really enjoyed the 2017 film. Wish it did better. We got a sequel. I'd love to see. Oh, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, right? That's what you said. I actually like that movie. I'm not a big Power Ranger guy. That's just something I didn't get into. I watched a couple Power Ranger stuff as a kid, but it never appealed to me. I liked that movie. I thought it was fun. It had its flaws. It was not perfect, but that universe was fun. And that little tease of the Green Ranger at the end, I was like, and then it never happened. Big L on Hollywood's part. About you doing the spin attack, just be safe. I suggest you edit a picture of yourself into a ball and make it seem like you spin with the effect. Yes, but it'd be funnier if I can somehow pull it off. I have an idea of how I could do it. And if I break my neck, I'm suing you, Cherry Bomb. Literally watch Gladiator 2, just got out of the theater, 8 out of 10, recommend to you haven't watched it. Yeah, I go like 7.5, 8, 10, pretty close. Yeah. Child's Play ranking soon? Probably not. What canceled movie in the past you wish we got? Oh, Rob Zombie's Halloween 3D. Even though I didn't love Rob Zombie's Halloween 2, I still wanted that trilogy to be complete. Canceled movies in the past also. I'm trying to think of like what other canceled movies. The Men in Black 21 Jump Street movie could have been interesting. Batgirl, that's another one you guys. Oh yeah, George Miller's Justice League. Just because, like, what would the world look like if that movie came out? Where would we be? Coyote vs. Acme. There we go. Final answer. Coyote vs. Acme. Just reminded me and ruined my day, buddy. Chris, do you think if you spray cologne and some of it lands on a mogwai, it would turn into a gremlin? I think so, because it's a liquid, right? But then he would be a good-smelling gremlin. We need another gremlin, man. How have they not made another gremlin movie? Any updates on Angry Birds 3? No, it's in the works. It's officially happening, which is crazy. Who still plays Angry Birds? I tried downloading it the other day. Wasn't as fun as I remembered. Wasn't as fun. Chris, do you consider Die Hard a Christmas movie? Not really, but I wouldn't mind watching it around Christmas. I feel like it has enough Christmassy in it, but I don't really consider it a Christmas movie. Chris, how are you going to decorate for Christmas? I'll probably just add a tree and a couple of Christmas hats on the mannequins. Maybe some presents on the bench. You guys can give me ideas. I don't know if I'll make a whole video out of it though. Gladiator Battle Mask kept reminding me of MF Doom. Seems like a lot of people felt that. Who's your main in Sparking Zero? Mine's Gohan and Goku Black. My main, I start off I start off with Kid Goku, because I'm just a big Dragon Ball fan, and his after image is pretty effective. Yes, I'm an after image abuser, whatever. Then I have Super Saiyan 2 Goku, because I like his Kamehameha after image. And then I'm trying to think of who was the other person. And one of the Trunks, aka the drink. Because as a kid, he was the juice box, a beverage of sorts. But now he's the drink. Hey, Shrek, the musical could be a baseline for live action Shrek. Have a good turkey day. Well, thank you for that. I don't know if I want, whatchamacallit, Shrek to be a musical, though. If it keeps the musical numbers of, like, the soundtrack, the I need a hero, then yes. Other than that, no, thank you. But thank you. Happy Turkey Day to you, too. Did you watch the TV series? It's best horror show. Oh, The From? No, I need to. You recommend? You know what? Maybe right now, after the stream, I'll start putting it on, because I am wanting to start something new. Hey, Chris, have you seen the allegations Jonathan Majors have been dropped? Do you think he could come back as Kang in the come back in the MCU? Yeah, no. Like I said, we talked about it earlier. He still got convicted and found guilty for his first. The lawsuit that was dropped now was for defamation. And that was what was dropped by his girlfriend. She's not going to sue him for defamation, but he was still found guilty for assault. So I don't think he will be coming back. He might still have a movie career though. We'll see. If you've seen The Good Place, the same creator and actor have a Netflix show, A Man on the Inside. Similar easygoing comedy and deeper meanings. A Man on the Inside. Okay, is that the one with here, I'll just Google it. Why am I even pretending? A Man on the Inside with Will Arnett. A Man on the Inside. Oh, this guy. Okay, no, that's not what I was thinking of. Okay. Well, thank you. Appreciate you letting me know about it. Sydney Sweeney as, ooh, perfect. Sydney Sweeney as Android 18. You know what? She's got the look, but Android 18 has a very, like, hard personality. Could Sydney pull that off? I'd like to see it try. Do you think 10 years from now we will get a COVID horror movie? If so, would you like to see casting, plot, etc.? I mean, there actually is already a COVID horror movie. It's called Sick, and it's on Peacock. It's good. Watch it. That's all I'll say. It was by the guy who wrote Scream, Kevin Williamson. I liked it. And there's other COVID horror movies. They're not all that great, but Sick was awesome. Should Gremlins 3 be a horror or a comedy? Both. It should lean horror, but have comedic elements. Dude, I think you already saw it, but Spider-Man in that Civil War trailer is so cool. I wonder how Tom Holland is going to do as Peter. Bro's got that. Bro got that pigeon internet. Bro got that internet that a pigeon provides to him. Can we have someone dressed up as ugly Sonic costume in the back of Sonic 3 review, just like you had someone as Deadpool in a Deadpool and 3 review? That would actually be funny. But where would I find an ugly Sonic costume? You know? That'd be hard to find. Home Alone ranking and review this year. You know what? That's not a bad idea. I might just be able to do that. I have a lot of thoughts on those Home Alone movies. Sonic and Tails' relationship was inspired by Piccolo and Son Goku, according to Sonic co-creator designer. Oh, I did not know that. That's good to know. Thank you. Hi, Chris. Hope you're doing good. Are you looking for... Yes, Final Destination 6. I'm very much looking forward to it, mainly because I'm hearing Tony Todd is in the movie, and he did give a performance in there, so it'd be great as one of his final performances. And also just because they're mixing up the formula and doing something new, and that's what I want them horror franchises to do, is keep things new and fresh and interesting. So yes, very much looking forward to Final Destination 6. Any Turkey Day lore before you go? I am a big fan of traditional Turkey Day. Growing up in a Hispanic household, we would not have traditional Turkey Days, and it would piss me off. Because I would see these movies and these shows doing the Thanksgiving specials where they have turkey, macaroni, mashed potatoes, rolls, sweet potato pie, all this great stuff, right? Mexican Turkey Day? I say spaghetti, but it's not like Italian spaghetti that you're thinking of. It's like spaghetti made with like green sauce, beans mashed with cheese and olives in it. Yeah, that's a real thing. A meat. I don't even know what the meat is called, but basically, I just sit there always like, it was bad. It was really bad. It was so bad. One year they were like, let's do fish this year for turkey. And I was like, kill me. As a big guy, I like me Turkey Day, and I would rarely have my traditional turkey. Thankfully, my lady's family, although they are also Mexican and Hispanic, they love classic Turkey Day. And I look forward to going to her family's every Thanksgiving now because they actually do the turkey, the mashed potatoes, the corn, the classic meal you look forward to. And it heals my inner child. Yeah, there you go. There's some 3C lore for you. P. Diddy made a song for Godzilla in 1998. I'm sure he did. Chris, please play Fort with me. You got to prove to me you're good, Cherry Bomb. I do need a new Fortnite player because my old Fortnite friend ditched me. And they're listening right now. And I hate them. Okay, that was the last super chat. We ended on a nice little dark note. I want to thank you guys for stopping by and being here with me on another lovely Friday. You guys are awesome. Make sure you're hitting that like button. Subscribe if you haven't already. Y'all are fantastic people. Have a good little turkey day. Oh, one last super chat came in saying Barney and Robin or Ted and Robin. Barney and Robin, no question. Ted and Robin was dumb. Terrible ending to that series. And now we end the live stream.